and gentlemen, to Arby's Nationals Hockey here on Rogers TV for our Wednesday night rematch as the St. Thomas Stars are back in town once again to take on the London Nationals. I'm Kyle, he's Kyle as always, as we get ready for a rematch after a weird goal Wednesday, as we called it last week. From interesting game last week, some interesting goals. We expect more of the same this week, Kyle?
We'll have to wait and see, I think, for the goals part at least, but I think we might see some good hockey again this week. St. Thomas came in last week, surprised at least me, how well they played, how well they contained the Nationals for the most part. Yes, they came away with a 4-2 loss last week, but I think they played well for the most part. A couple weird bounces cost them, so I think the St. Thomas Stars do have what it takes to maybe stop these Nationals.
Be interesting to see, as St. Thomas coming into this game with a very similar lineup to what we saw last week. London, on the other hand, a much different look after a big trade this past weekend.
Yeah, that's right. As we see, Thomas Monroe comes in from St. Mary's. Josh Cornfield and Thomas Harbour leave and go to the Lincolns. So we have Monroe, 4 goals, 10 assists with St. Mary's so far. And then he suited up on the weekend with against Chatham in a 3-2 overtime loss. And he played for St. Andrews College and then for Collingwood in the OJHL. So he's been around. He's had lots of good hockey experience. So he comes into this lineup and brings some, I guess, depth to the lineup and what have you there for these Nationals that are looking to add to what they have in Burridge and Power on the top line.
Also with Monroe as well on that, coming in as another weapon on that back end, as he's been a fantastic force for St. Mary's, as we said. As the Nationals now have 2 guys in the top 10 in defensive scoring in the GOJHL right now, which is even more dangerous. And then Nationals bringing in another weapon as well, bringing in Bowers coming in, another big asset for the Nationals as well.
That's right. Ryland Bowers spent some time with the Quebec Rampart, had 1 goal through 9 games so far this season in the QMJHL, and he played in 2017-2018. He's played 3 games for the Kamoka Kings. He spent the following season with the Listowel Cyclones. He then got picked up to go play in the Future Stars game for the GOJHL in 2018-2019, then the Top Prospects game in 19-20. He's played 89 regular season games so far, 21 goals, 48 points. So another guy that's going to come into this lineup and hopefully just keep the firepower going, whether he slots in with Burridge and Power on the top line or slides into that second line to give that second line some depth. Remains to be seen here. So we'll just have to see what Colin Martin and the coaching staff think, where he might fit best.
Yeah, that's the one thing that's very interesting. When you get a new guy who comes in, he hasn't played in the Western Conference in a little bit since he was on the Kings, as you said there. But that time has changed, and he got a chance to play in the queue, so he's got that more experience. And then you come in and you got to make that decision. Do you want to put him right in the middle of it, put him on that top line? That second line always has some dynamite chemistry there between Char and Torrealba and Elliston. Do you want to break that up? Do you want to move him in there? Nationals, by the way, only going with 10 skaters as well, so basically no 4th line for the Nationals forward group tonight.
Yeah, so 10 forwards, 6D, so you're only going to have 3 solid lines with that extra guy kind of floating in, whoever that may be, whenever they get the chance, whether they get a big lead or not. It all depends. It's a big juggling act, as the coaching staff has to see how the team's doing on the ice and go from there to see where everybody's going to fit into the forward slots there coming into this game tonight.
As we said, Jacob Julian was normally slotted in on that top line. Before he got in there, Ryan Nichols was the player on there for the Nationals. He's making his return to the Nationals lineup tonight. Solid record for him so far. 5 goals in just 8 games for the youngster for the Nationals. Has really made an impact when he's been on the ice. That's
right. As we see, he did play on Sunday versus Chatham. So this will be his first game back at home here at the Western Fair Sports Center, as we see the teams making their way to the ice for this Wednesday night contest. So it'll be interesting, like we said, to see what's going to happen with these new guys coming in for the Nationals, see how they fit in, and see what kind of role they might play going forward.
Absolutely, and with just that, no call-ups in the actual skating roster tonight for the Nationals, so it'll be much different. We've normally seen an AP get caught up the last few weeks, so it'll be a lot different to see how the team will treat that situation for the team tonight, as we said. But first big move in general for the Nationals, that big trade, as we mentioned already. We'll see how impactful Monroe can be on that back end already. The Nationals defense has been fairly solid and pretty fluid between who's playing with who. The only thing we know for sure is that you're going to see Omo and McGowan on that top pairing. And will Monroe join him there, or will they keep Arsenault up there? We don't know. Arsenault, another player, back again tonight as well.
Yeah, that's right. Arsenault not in the lineup last week here at the Western Fair Sports Center. Back in the lineup there, and yeah, it's gonna be interesting, like we've said at the top of the show, how the coaching staff here for the London Nationals incorporates all the new guys, and we get ready for the opening ceremonies.
As you do see out on the ice there, you see Monroe out there with Deacon Holmes as well, as it looks like they will be the pair tonight for the Nationals. As we get set, we'll send it down to ice level.
Whose traditional lands we are gathered upon today. Fans, welcome to the Western Fair District Sports Center for tonight's Geo JHL contest between the visiting St. Thomas Stars and your London Nationals. Fans, can I now direct your attention to the red carpet for tonight's ceremonial face-off. Please welcome Rudy Vieira from tonight's game sponsor, King of the Pigs Restaurant. At this time, I'd like to call Tristan Roberts, captain of the St. Thomas Stars, and Jeff Burridge, captain of your Nationals, to the red carpet for tonight's face-off. Fans, will you now please stand if you are able, remove your hats, and join Candace Burgo in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
As we get set here for our puck drop on our Wednesday night tradition, we take a peek at our keys to the game, Kyle.
That's right. For the St. Thomas Stars, it's pressure. We saw last week that, especially on the penalty kill, they did a great job just forcing the issue to the London Nationals, and that caused the Nationals not to be able to get sustained pressure in the offensive zone. So if they can keep pressuring the forwards and the D-men in the offensive zone, then they might have a great opportunity tonight to do some damage. And we head over to the London Nationals side of things. It's getting shots on goal. They seem to be doing a lot better when they get the more shots on net. Last week, only 33 shots on goal. Then they put up 42 shots in a 3-2 overtime loss on Sunday to Chatham. So the more shots, the better here for the London Nationals. Play is underway.
And face-off one right off the bat by the Nationals. It will be set up by Deacon Holmes. He'll throw up and now across the blue line right off the bat. First shot of the game by Ryan Bowers, as he'll start off his Nationals career quickly. As we'll have a face-off just to the right-hand side of Owen Wilmore.
That's right, as we see Bowers get a first shot on net, and then a little bit of extracurricular activity there. Puck dropped here, won by the Nationals.
Monroe, he'll play it over to Holmes. Holmes will carry it down past the hash marks, tries to dish it behind. Puck gets blocked, but Holmes will pick it up. That's a battle with Hicks. Picked up in the Nationals, gets it to the blue line, and just almost clears out, but good work by Elliston to keep it in. Back down low again, another shot quickly, kicked aside by, as Chard takes it on Wilmore. Gets the blue line, clears out. Holmes will collect. Nationals going off for a bit of a change here as Lucas Chard will carry it across the blue line. He's got Elliston with him. Chard just carries to the front of that. Shoots! What a save by Wilmore! And the Stars will come back the other way.
That's a nice stretch pass there.
Long lead pass just gets off the stick. Right out front again. Tries to get the one-timer out front, but cannot connect on that as Amaral. Back in the other way come the Nationals. Elliston, he tries to make a move inside, gets hit, loses the puck in his skates. Kept in the offensive zone. Here comes Jacob Julian. Julian winds up, fires. A nice glove save by Wilmore.
That's right, a nice save by Wilmore. As we get a look at the starting goalies, as mentioned for the St. Thomas Stars, Owen Wilmore, 3-7 record with a .907 save percentage. And then at the other end of the ice, it's Aiden Barry. He has a .908 save percentage and a 7-2 1-1 record. So it's a good goaltending matchup here tonight.
Yeah, we saw the numbers are a bit of a misnomer when it comes to Owen Wilmore, as he looked pretty solid in last week's contest. As sporting a couple new red mitts he's got on there as well. That's
right, as icing has been called on the St. Thomas Stars. Like you said, Kyle, Wilmore was just absolutely superb last week here at the Western Fair Sports Center, and he really kept his team in it and gave them a shot to try and come away with a victory. We'll see if he can do more of the same this week.
Nationals win the face-off. Power out there with Julian and Burge as that line stays together. Played right out into the slot area. Tries to get it onto the stick of Barnes, but Barnes can't get the shot off. Back down to Burge. Tries to clear it right into the slot area. No one there to collect it. Kept in on the blue line by Arsenault. Stars will try to get it out and will. Carried across the red line. Dumped down in the offensive zone. That coming off the stick Kidder. Nationals will break back out the other way over to Jacob Julian. Julian backhand pass over to Power. Power to Burge. Burge over to Julian. Julian wide open, not a bouncing puck as he takes a quick shot. Another rebound out front, and another save by Wilmore as he has to be sharp early.
Yeah, and here's some extracurricular stuff as Wilmore's gonna, and yeah, there's gonna be a cross-checking penalty out of this, so we'll see what's gonna transpire as
Trent Ballantine looks like he's heading to the box. 2 minutes for cross-checking.
Ballantine going to go 2 minutes for cross-checking after that whistle. So there's a cross-check there, and I believe that was Burridge there. He was kind of involved with it, giving some words, and the ref taking only one out of the scrum, and that's going to potentially tell the teams that, hey, we're not going to deal with this tonight. We're only going to take one and put a team shorthanded after any post-whistle scrum. So the Nationals with an early chance here to get on the board.
Face-off one quickly by the Nationals. Back to the point to Holmes. Holmes out there with Chard as the Nationals start with the second unit. Over to Elliston. Elliston takes a shot. That gets a rebound. Over to Chard. Chard winds up, fires again. Another rebound out front. Loose puck. A nice save by Wilmore.
Can you say 10 Bell saved Wilmore? Wow, as that puck was destined for the back of the net, and he's able to get his glove there. Makes one great save. Chard does a nice job holding it to flex off his defenseman skate, and he's just able to reach back with the glove and stop that from going over the goal line. Still nothing here. 8-0 the shots on goal here early for the London Nationals.
Chard down low. Picked up back to Jewel over to front. Chard again takes the shot. Wilmore makes the save. Gets back to the point. Kept into the blue line by Elliston. Elliston over to Chard in his feet, but Chard will recover. Chard back to Holmes to the point. Holmes tries to make a pass cross ice, but that goes off the skate of Dobbin and will clear down the length of the ice. Holmes will collect it as the Nationals will regroup. Just over a minute left on the power play. Deacon Holmes carries it across the blue line. Little drop pass. None of the defenders were ready for it as that one splits right between Lucas Chard and Elliston. Elliston will collect it. Gives it over to Chard. Chard, full head of steam. He'll be coming down the left wing side. Gets around one man, gets into the offensive zone, will collect his own puck behind the net. Battle for the puck in the corner. Trying to come away with it, all the Stars. Gets to the blue line and will clear down the length of the ice again, as Barry will come out to play it. Nationals going off for a change. 40 seconds left on the power play. Over to Deacon Holmes. Holmes circles around. He'll lead the rush back the other way. Passes over to Nichols. His first time on the ice tonight. Nichols gets hit. Picked up by Burge. Burge back to the point to Bowers, but Bowers can't make the pass. Bowers back pass over to Nichols in the corner. Nichols loses it, but gets it over to Power. Power out front. Another chance by, well, nice chance again by Bowers as that one gets kicked aside. Bowers making the impact early, a couple decent chances. That one just doesn't quite make its way to the net though.
Yeah, Bowers definitely doing everything he can to get in the good books of Colin Martin early here, as he's been buzzing around the net early here in this first period.
Power play expires. Bowers will collect the puck, throws it back to the point to Burge. Burge, one shot, that gets blocked. Burge will try to collect it again. He has to battle with Ballantine, who's out of the box. Stars will clear the zone, but the Nationals will collect it again. McGowan brings it over the blue line. Bowers, he'll lose control of the puck. Stars will bring it back the other way. This play now being led by Watson. Watson over the blue line, takes a shot, kicked aside by Barry. Watson will collect his own rebound, a little back pass into the corner. Picked up by Weber, but he can't make anything of it. Nationals back the other way. Over to Harbor, over to Nichols. Nichols will just dump it down into the offensive zone, and he'll go off for a change. Here comes Stars the other way. Nice pass intended for Watson. Gets caught up in the Nationals defender's feet. And now they'll come back the other way. Bit of speed leading the rush now is Vanderzalm. Vanderzalm takes a shot. That one gets hit aside. Vanderzalm will get hit hard into the boards. Kept in by Julian. Julian just puts it right on net. And that'll be held on by Wilmore. A little bit of confusion I noticed there as we got the sheet earlier. I did not notice that Vanderzalm would be in the roster tonight, but he is back in the lineup for the Nationals.
That's right. Vanderzalm's been out, I think, what do you say, about 10 games, for the Nationals. So his first action back, and we'll see what he can do for the Nationals as the play is entering the Nationals territory, kind of in the neutral zone.
Vanderzalm will go back and collect it, but he'll leave it for Barry. Picked over to Pace Roth. Pace Roth will rim it around the boards back to Vanderzalm. Vanderzalm passes it off to Monroe. Monroe gets it to Julian. Julian, a little play there. As they'll be thrown down into the corner. The Stars will collect the puck. Played by McRobbie. McRobbie gets out front. Nice save by Barry. As you had Jack Weber skating right up the slot, and he tries to capitalize.
That's Barry's only, I believe that's the second or third shot that the St. Thomas Stars have had in this period. So Barry not seeing a lot of action right now. Makes a nice save in the breadbasket. And the shot total right now, 11-2 in favor of the London Nationals as they gain control of this face-off.
Nationals play the puck. Arsenault's hustling for the puck, but the Stars will get there, but the Nationals will manage to power it out. Goes down the length of the ice. Stars will collect and try to break it out of their own zone. Bank pass off the wall. Gets to the neutral zone, but can't quite make it to the target that was intended to go to Roberts. Back into the offensive zone. Stars trying to battle for the puck. Behind the net to Roberts. Roberts tries to throw it right out front. He had Dobbin out there. Couldn't quite connect on the pass. Barnes gets to the blue line. Kept in. Right out front. Roberts all alone, but he just tips that one wide. Arsenault over to Torrealba on the half boards. Torrealba gets it out. Brought by Duarte. Duarte will throw it into the offensive zone. The Stars will have to regroup. Nice steal by Torrealba. He'll throw it. No one there to collect the puck. Gets the neutral ice, but it will be picked up by McGowan. McGowan, little back pass. Over to Chard now. Chard holds up. Waits. Throws the puck off the boards. Tries to recover his own pass, but can't quite get his Hicks is the first man there. Pace Roth. He's out there with McGowan. He'll give it over to him. McGowan makes a move, gets by one guy, gets the pass all the way down the length of the ice. Nationals in the offensive zone. Ellison puts it on net, but can't quite make it to the goal. Back the other way come the Stars. Four Stars coming in on three Nationals. Into the corner, another chance out front. Open net chance, what a save by Barry!
Yeah, there, Tyler Alexander with a glorious opportunity, but cannot get the puck up over the pad of Barry. As we see here, just an innocent looking play, just finds its way over to Alexander, kind of a bouncing, rolling puck. Cannot get enough stick on it, makes the save, Barry does, and it's a face-off here, won by the Stars.
I look from the looks of it, I think Barry was expecting that puck to make it to the man sitting out front and not go to Alexander, who was sitting all alone on that far side. Played down in the far corner. McGowan, he'll be the first one there. He'll try to battle for it, but the Stars will come away with it. Brought back out in the center ice area, but the Stars can't do anything with it. Nationals will collect it. Pass will be brought out into the offensive zone, carrying the puck at pace. Rob, he'll give it over to Bowers. Bowers brings it out front. He tries to make a move, takes a shot, another save there by Wilmore.
Yeah, that's Bowers looking real good. I think that's his third shot already this period. And he's buzzing everywhere around the net, trying to get some scoring opportunities. Wilmore being able to make that save as Bowers able to just kind of cut through the middle of the ice there. Not a tough shot for Wilmore to save, but nonetheless, Bowers doing what he can to show that he could be an offensive threat.
Burge scrums the face off. It'll be picked up by the Stars. That pass intended for Dobbin, but goes over his head. Picked up by Monroe, and Monroe will play it for the Nationals. Holds the puck, waits, banks it behind the net, gets it over to Holmes. Back to Monroe. Monroe can't handle it. He'll be picked up now by Jackson Dobbin. Dobbin has a battle for the puck. He gets pushed off the puck. And we played down low by the Stars again. Stolen by the Nationals. Monroe up the boards to Burge. Burge tries to get it to Power, but Power can't collect it, as that puck will not go for icing, as it'll be thrown into the offensive zone. Valentine tries to play it, now clear down the length of the ice, and that one won't go for icing either, so it looks like Holmes managed to touch up. Burge collects the puck. He just fights off a hit. The Nationals will carry it out into the offensive zone here. Deacon Holmes just dump and chase, and he'll be the first man down there as the defenseman leading the rush. Back to the blue line, kept in by Monroe. Monroe tries to get to Burge, can't quite get enough on that pass, as the Stars will bring it back the other way. Alexander, or McRobbie, he'll bring it around. Tries a wraparound chance, but can't quite get it. The Nationals will try to break it out the other way. Nice cross-ice pass by Burge, gets over to Julian. Julian tries to go inside out on his man as he gets taken down to the ice. Picked up now by Catrice. Gets out into neutral zone. Catrice will collect it again. Nice steal by the Nationals. Power loose in his feet, but throws it behind the net. Tries the little bank pass off the boards to get it to Julian out front, but Wilmore will hold on.
That's trying to use the lively dasher board was Power to get it to Julian, but to no avail, as Wilmore able to smother that puck up, as we see Torrealba, Nichols, and I can't see who's on the other, Beaupre on the ice now for the Nationals.
Looks like Wilmore learned from last week, as I believe one of the goals happened because it ran off that board like that. Another long shot from just at the top of the circle. Barry has to be sharp. He kicks that one to the corner again. Another couple quick saves by Aiden Barry. Beaupre tries to move the puck quickly, loses it in his feet. Stolen by the Stars. Played down low, gets to the slot area, back to the point. Alexander takes a shot. That blocked on his way to the net. Nationals will try to break it out the other way. Beaupre carries it across the blue line. He's got a bit of speed with him. He gets hit into the boards, but still manages to keep on his feet. Now falls down. Brought back the other way. Alexander to McRobbie. Back to Alexander again. He'll just dump and chase as he'll go down into the National zone. Torrealba can't quite hold on to it as that puck is stolen. Brought back the other way by the Stars. Watson, he'll take a shot, kicked aside by Barry. Nationals try to break it out. Picked up by Arsenault. Arsenault over to McGowan. McGowan's got a bit of space. He'll just flip that puck into the offensive zone. Picked up by Vanderzon. Vanderzon tries a cross-ice pass as Duarte was heading to the net, but Duarte couldn't get there in time. The Nationals keeping in the offensive zone. Now the puck will get stolen, brought back the other way. Stars will go on the attack again. Played down low. Cuban. He'll back for the puck with pace. Rock. Bounced off the puck. Picked up by the Nationals as they'll carry it out into neutral ice. McGowan tries to get the pass to Vanderzon. Vanderzon looked like he was a little flat-footed on that play as he picked up by McGowan. McGowan gets hit hard from behind. Power trying to make a play out front. He falls down. Stars will try to break out the other way. Pass over to McRobbie. McRobbie has a bit of a chance. Tries to take a shot. Nice defensive play by McGowan to deny that. Another player goes down. I think he took the line. Looked like he almost took the linesman down with him. Another shot out front, and that one picked up. It wasn't the linesman, it was the ref who actually got taken down with Vanderzalm on the play. But Barrie holds on.
Yeah, that's right. As this game is starting to heat up physically, both teams trying to show their the physical presence here as the ref gets taken out with a hit along the boards, and nonetheless the play resumed, and Barrie able to snag that one out of the air and hold on for a face-off. Puck drop, scrum draw, Stars gain control.
Quick play, nice shot by Watson from the blue line. That gets blocked on its way to the net by Monroe. Gets to the blue line, Bowers will play it out. Will be bounced into the Stars territory. Has pressure on there by Elston. Elston tries to get it in there, but Hicks makes a nice little move, and he'll maintain control. Hicks will bounce around. Gets over to Watson on the half board. Watson tries to make a play. Elston with the steal, now over to Bowers. Bowers gets over to Chard. Chard will carry it behind the net. Lucas Chard looking for an outlet, just carries it in, tries to get to Elston out front, but that one just can't connect. Holmes keeps it in, takes a long shot, and that one goes right to the net and kept on by Wilmore.
That's right, Wilmore makes another save as he's faced his 13th shot of the first period. And this second line for the London Nationals looking great as Bowers looks like he's been playing with the team all year, fitting right in with Chard and Elliston, and then you got Monroe and Holmes here on the back end for the D pairing, and Nationals looking real good so far with the additions to their club.
Face-off win by McAlpine is now be brought up by the Stars. Carried in the offensive zone, nice hit by Holmes as it was picked up by Monroe. Monroe fights off a defender, maintains possession, gets over to Chard. Chard tries to get a little sauce and pass over to Elliston. Will get it in there into the offensive zone just onside. Alexander, he'll get it up to the half boards. Tries to get it to the point, gets to the blue and bounced over a stick. 2-on-1 possibility here. Robertson, he'll carry it across, shoots and scores! Tristan Roberts buries it as the Stars open the scoring.
Yeah, that's exactly what the Stars needed here, as they've not had the edge in shots, but have been able to get the pressure they've needed. That's the key to victory here for the St. Thomas Stars tonight. They've been able to put the pressure on when needed. It was kind of an ill-advised pass by the Nationals. Just a great shot that beats Barrie blocker's side. And we see Roberts give a nice celebration there as he puts his St. Thomas Stars up 1-0 with 7.5 minutes remaining in the first period.
Nationals all kind of pressure, but a bounce puck over the stick of Barnes at the blue line ends up costing the Nationals. That's a beautiful shot there by Roberts as the captain strikes first. Here comes Barnes the other way, trying to redeem himself. He carries it across the blue line for the Nationals, drops it off, picked up by Bird. Bird takes a shot, that one just goes off a body and into the netting.
That's right, and we're going to get another look at the goal here from further back to see the bounce over the stick as we see off the skate and just over under the stick. And here it comes the Stars, and just another, like we said, a great shot beats Barrie blocker's side. It's 1-0 Stars here. Face off deep in Stars territory. Nationals looking to gain the momentum back here and try to tie the game.
Great win, great play there by Hicks as he managed to hold on to it. Another shot from outside by Burridge, catches Wilmore off balance, but he'll manage to hold on.
That's right, and Wilmore facing the most shots here so far, 13-9 in favor of the Nationals. He's been standing tall for the St. Thomas Stars, doing what he needs to do in order to keep his team in this game and with the lead.
Arsenault, long shot from the blue line, can't quite make it to target. Picked up by Barnes now on the half boards. Barnes can't quite make it. Here come the Stars the other way. Nice rush coming up here as that'll be Nationals over, Stars over the blue line, takes a shot, and that one kicked aside again as it was Amaral leading the rush. Play out front again, another loose puck, and a bit of an off-balance shot coming off the stick of Hubin, and that one goes into the netting.
That's right, as we look, this period, as always, brought to you by J&F Concrete and Ready Mix. And want to make mention that Barrie was not happy with some of the stuff going on in front of his net. Took a swing at a player, missed, so now him and the ref are having a few words saying, hey, let's try, I'll work with you if you work with me, and we'll get this game called as fairly as possible. Face off here deep in the Nationals territory.
Picking up some of those Owen Flores tendencies, it seems. As played down in the far corner. Beaupre, he'll collect it for the Nationals. He tries to fight off a couple Stars, but the Stars will come away with it. Another shot from outside. That one just goes wide. That one coming out with the stick of McRobbie. Gets up to the half boards again. Nationals will collect the puck once again. Brings it over the blue line is Nichols. Nichols, his first game back, as we said earlier. Bouncing puck, picked up by Beaupre. Now Torrealba. And hand pass will be called. It looked like it just went off the hand of Beaupre. We'll have a face-off just outside the Stars zone.
That's right. Beaupre trying to knock the puck out of the air. He did so with his hand, and he did not able to get control, and it went to his teammate. So play halted on a glove pass. Face-off was outside the line. Nationals trying to gain possession inside the zone.
McGowan over Pace Roth. Pace Roth will throw it in. Picked up by Torrealba. Torrealba tries to get the quick shot off, but nice work by Hicks to get a stick in the way. Played down low. Beaupre over Torrealba. Torrealba gets hit into the back wall as the Stars will try to break it out. Gets to the blue line. Thrown right back in the offensive zone by McGowan as the Nationals try to tag up. And we'll have a penalty coming here to the Nationals. It'll be, it looks like holding coming to the Stars.
Yeah, that's kind of ill-advised as we have Brendan Catrice going to the box for holding. He lost his stick, and he's not happy with Torrealba because Torrealba did something you cannot do, which is shoot the stick away from a player. But nonetheless, right there, he loses his stick, kind of gets the free arm away. Then Torrealba, see there, shoots the stick. Ref did not see the shooting of the stick, which would usually be interference, but calls the holding on Catrice. So therefore, the Nationals back on the power play, looking to tie this game up.
Nationals had a few chances on that first unit, on the first run, but did not make anything happen. Over to Burge. Burge over, nice shot there by Bowers, but he can't make it happen. It's just great positioning as he continues to have chance after chance. McGowan holds, fires, blocked by Wilmore. Gets to Burge. Burge, nice play to keep it in. Over to Power. Over to Bowers. Bowers back to Power. Over to McGowan. McGowan to the blue line. Takes a shot. That one gets through. Over to Burge again. Takes a shot again. Kicked aside by Wilmore. Wilmore down and out. Power collects the puck. Wilmore doesn't have a stick now. Over to Power. Over to Bowers. Bowers can't quite hold on to it. Gets back to the point to McGowan. Over to Burge. Burge walks in. Fires. Kicked aside again. As we'll see a penalty coming here. This time to the Nationals. As it looks like it was I believe the Nationals player out front there was a little too close. As Nichols looks like he's headed to the box for goaltender interference.
That's right. That'll negate the man advantage here for the Nationals as Nichols going 2 minutes on the goaltender interference call. As we look here, getting way too close to the blue paint and just right over top. Well, Wilmore, a little bit of a sell job, but nonetheless draws the 2 minutes. So they'll play a little bit of 4-on-4 hockey for 1 minute and 4 seconds. And then the Stars will go to the man advantage. Face off deep inside the Nationals territory.
4-on-4 with 4:44 remaining in the first period.
That's a lot of force.
That's a lot of force. As Nationals win the face-off, picked up by Deacon Holmes. Holmes stops up and he'll wait to regroup and make a move out of the defensive zone. Circles back. He's got Chard and Bowers with him. Gets the puck over to Bowers. Bowers gets a bit of room. He'll carry it across the blue line. Just offside as Lucas Chard had a bit of a lead there. Takes that little extra shot on net there, and that is not appreciated by Ballantine as those two are getting into it.
Well, it's kind of unsportsmanlike there by Bowers. He heard the whistle. He knew the whistle went. You could tell he slowed up and then still put the shot on net. Hits the post, and Ballantine doing what any good player will do, is to defend his goalie. As it wasn't a hard shot, but nonetheless, the goalie's not expecting it. He steps on the puck, gets injured, anything like that, then it's something that you just don't do in the game of hockey. So the face-off will come outside of the blue line as it was on the offside. Face-off, one kind of scrum draw there.
Monroe will pick it up. He'll throw a cross ice over to Deacon Holmes. Holmes carries across the blue line, dodges the hit, but it was coming by Alexander. And that gets down in the offensive zone. Gert, he'll play the puck. Drop pass, played by Alexander, gets to the blue line, kept in by Chard. Chard circles around, takes a shot, shoots, gets, scores! Lucas Chard buries it and ties the game at 1.
Chard has been doing this for the last couple of weeks. Just been buzzing around the ice. Great shot by Chard there, 4-on-4. still for 23 seconds as we get a look at the replay. Puck kept in, hard work there. He's able just to walk right into the slot. No challenge there at all. Picks the puck up off the half board, spins, goes in. Nice shot over the glove high. And Chard ties this game up at 1. There's 4:03 remaining in the first period.
Nationals will come back out with Burge and Power out there for the last 20 seconds or so of this 4-on-4. Played in the defensive zone now by Hicks. He'll try to break it out for the Stars. Carries it across the blue line, high dump in. Gets behind the net, picked up by the Nationals, tries to throw it out, gets to McRobbie on the half wall, back to the blue line to Perry. Matthew Perry bears it down. He'll try to throw it, cross-ice pass, gets to his target, but Girth ain't taking the shot. Throws it back down low. Played by the Stars, 5-on-4 now, power play for just under a minute. Girth at the blue line, long shot in, that one just goes wide. Played by McRobbie at the half boards. He'll throw it behind the net to Roberts. Roberts back to the blue line to Hicks. Hicks, well, he'll hold up. Back behind the net to Roberts again. Roberts waits, trying to find an option out front. Sees McRobbie go out there, leaves it. Back to the blue line again, just out of the way of Hicks, as the Nationals will get a chance to switch out their penalty killers. Perry carries across the blue line. He has to battle as Vanderzom's just draped all over top of him. McGowan in there applying some pressure. Stars will try to collect the puck in, will. McRobbie gets it back to the blue line to Girth. Back down low behind the net. Roberts. Back to Girth at the blue line. Nationals penalty ends as here comes Nichols. Back to the blue line. Kept in by Hicks. Long shot kicked aside by Barry. That's the first shot that the Stars have gotten in the last 2 minutes. Another play out. Nationals get the puck at the half boards. Vanderzom will clear it out of the defensive zone as the Nationals will try to make a move here. Vanderzom collects it, gets it just across the blue line, but Beaupre just a half stride ahead of the puck. And that'll go for offside.
That's right, as the Nationals looked like they were able to potentially get an opportunity there. Nonetheless, it's thwarted by the offside call, and face-off coming just outside of the St. Thomas Stars blue line. 2:20 here remaining in a tied first period at 1.
Bit of a makeshift line here for the Nationals, coming out with Tori Alba, Jacob Julian, and Michael Elliston, as giving the other two guys on the first and second lines a little bit of a break there after their time on that 4-on-4.
Yeah, that's right. As we mentioned off the top of the show, it's going to be a little bit of juggling here with only 10 forwards. So you're going to have to see exactly what Colin Martin and coaching staff will do here through the remainder of this game. Face off outside of the Stars blue line on the delayed offside.
Picked up by Elliston, but he'll just throw it right back in as the Stars will collect it. Played by Alexander. Alexander, a bit of room to skate. He'll carry it across the red line, throws it in, kicked in the corner by Barry. Picked up by the Nationals as Monroe will bring it out. Gets up out of the blue line, comes Elliston. Elliston tries to make a move around, gets it over to Julian. Julian battles off his man, tries to get it out front, but he couldn't quite get the shot off. That's some hard work by Elliston to fight off his man. Puck goes down the length of the ice. Will be beaten out by the icing by Holmes. Holmes, he'll collect the puck, fights off his man, but the puck gets stolen and brought back down by Amaral. Stolen back by the Nationals, as they'll try to break out of their own zone. Elliston, back to Holmes. Holmes makes a move, loses the puck off his stick. Elliston will collect it, carries it across the blue line, makes a move to get around a couple Star players as he carries across the blue line. He's got Toriawa with him, but Elliston will just bring it down to the corner. Elliston still holding on. Alexander all over top of him. Nice cross-ice pass by Elliston. Gets to the blue line. Nice shot by McGowan. That goes almost to the net. Another shot by Elliston. Gets into the body of Wilmore, and he'll hold on.
That's right. Wilmore making another great save, and the chippiness is picking up here after the whistle. I just saw Power there kind of having some words and giving a little stick work. And so we'll have to see if that's going to maintain throughout or if the ref might squash that here, as we have the Bowers out on the top line with Burge and Power.
And that, as you said earlier there, Kyle, it looks like the Nationals just going to be doing a lot of line jumping to figure out what works. Power out front, another chance by Bowers, as Power and Bauer are trying to work together. Back up front, now McGowan takes a shot. That one rips to the left side of the net. Played down low again. Good hard work by Bowers to try to hold the puck in the offensive zone. Power and Burge in there. Now Bowers Drop pass to Burridge. Burridge tries to throw behind the net to Power. Can't quite get it. That goes off a skate. Kept in. Bowers collects, fires. That goes off a body. Kept in by Power. Nationals applying all kinds of pressure. Puck will finally come out into the neutral ice. Brought back the other way by Power. Over to Burridge. Burridge tries to wait. Tries to get it back to Bowers, but can't quite connect on the pass. 6 seconds left in the period. Puck behind the net again. Over to Pace Ross. One last chance. Tries to put it on net. That one gets blocked by Dobbin. And the Stars and Nationals will head into intermission tied 1-1. As we will be back with our first intermission after this.
Fans, during the first intermission, be sure to pick up your own can of Nat's Golden Ale, available for sale at Dietz Restaurant. The London Nationals have partnered with the London Brewing Co-op to brew our very own special Nat's Golden Ale with a specially designed London Nationals themed beer can. That's Nat's Golden Ale, available at tonight's game, or pick up a 6-pack after the game over at the London Brewing Co-op at 521 Burbrook Place here in Oldsville.
London Lights, host Dan Mailer interviews London luminaries, people who have made big impacts on the world of entertainment, sports, and more. This week's episode features actor and London native John Capellas, who played Carl the Janitor in The Breakfast Club. Tune in on Thursday at 8:30 p.m. As we are back here at the Western Fair Sports Center, 1-1 is your score between the Stars and Nationals after 20 minutes of play. And as we normally have a player highlight, we're going to take a look actually at Owen Flores, the Nationals goaltender, who got his first start in the OHL for the London Knights this past Sunday against the Kitchener Rangers.
Myers tipped in front, Flores found it and kicked it out. Declan McDonald starts for Kitchener. McDonald trying to pass in front for Matthew Shop. That was broken up. A quick shot stopped by Flores. He is Declan McDonald. Lays it into the slot. Chance for the Rangers, but it goes off the corner and kicked back there by Owen Flores. Batizian, quick chance for Jackeye. Loose in front. Another quick shot. Reed-Ballad couldn't convert. Flores was diving across to make the save. Arbor Jackeye fires. Flores stops it. Loose in the crease. Flores comes across and knocks it down with his glove.
Yeah, let's take a look at it here on the replay. It's Jackeye coming in. The shot came on. Flores wasn't sure where it was. Thought I got a piece of it. Sim got a piece of it as well for the Knights. But
the circle. Down low for Petizian. Quick shot stopped by Flores. Rebound, side of the net, stays out. Arbor Jackeye shoots. That gets blocked as Flores was still down. Pinelli shoots. Loose in the crease, driving towards the goal was the Rangers, but Flores able to find it and cover up for the faceoff. Owen Flores picks up his first victory in the Ontario Hockey League, and the London Knights win their 13th game of the season.
Thanks again to our friends at Rogers TV down in Kitchener, as we will be back with more of our first intermission after this. Watch, play, and win every Monday night at 8 p.m. with Optimus TV Bingo on Rogers TV. Cards available at multiple London locations and are good for all 3 games. Weekly jackpots total $3,000. Welcome back here at the Western Fair Sports Center. 20 minutes of play in the books. 1-1 is your score, Kyle. What did you see from the game so far?
Fast and furious. Both teams coming out flying and physical, and showing that they're not going to back down either side, and they're going to be here to play a full 60 minutes and try and come away with 2 points.
It's been a very high-octane game to start here. Taking a peek at what we saw in that first period, both teams starting out hard and fast, as you said.
That's right. As we see the St. Thomas Stars able to get on the board first, as that was Roberts able just to snipe that one past Barry, and then Chard, who's just been unreal for the Nationals as of late, walks from the half boards into the slot uncontested and snipes it over the glove hand of Wilmore. We see Roberts at 12:29, his 6th of the year from McAlpine, and then at 15:57, Chard gets his 6th of the season, tying it up at 1, and that's where we stand after 20 minutes of play. And yeah, it's been a good 20 minutes so far. We'll have to see what the second and third bring us.
That point as well puts Lucas Chard back to a point per game as well for the Nationals. The Nationals continue to get that offense. We mentioned a few weeks ago they needed that secondary scoring. He has been a big key for that. The score, as we said, 1-1. This could be a lot more one-sided if it wasn't for Owen Wilmore in net for the St. Thomas Stars. He's been fantastic.
Yes, as we see here, Wilmore having to answer the bell early, as there's Chard with an opportunity right off the bat, and just shots galore. Chard again with that line buzzing around the net, and the top line getting some action. That was a nice blocker save off the shot of Bowers, and just not only making one save, but having to make the second, third, and fourth save sometimes to keep the puck out of the net, able to see where the puck is at all times and make sure that it doesn't get into a dangerous area. He's doing a great job for the St. Thomas Stars, keeping him in this game. He faced 18 shots in the first period.
As on the other end of the ice as well, Aiden Barry wasn't too busy for the first about 10 minutes or so, but the Stars really started to put a bunch of pressure on him. As we get set here, we'll be back with more of the first intermission just after this. Do you enjoy watching Arby's Nationals hockey on Rogers TV? Then join the crew. Volunteers learn the skills needed to put on a show, including camera, audio, graphics, and more. Visit rogerstv.com/volunteer to sign up. Looking at our Paul Duarte and Associates shots on goal, Nationals 18, Stars 12, as we had 30 shots in the first period. As a lot of rubber flying around there, Kyle.
That's right. A lot of rubber towards the twine here on both ends. As we see, the Nationals have the shot advantage by 6. So we'll have to see, and can't get enough of this jacket. But first, we'll go into next week. The Strathroy Rockets come to town as the Nationals and Rockets play Wednesday night here at the Western Fair Sports Center, 7 o'clock.
As you said, Kyle, can't say enough. Adam McKee, the beautiful. He's normally wearing. We see the salmon suit. We've seen some wine-colored suits, but I'm digging the golden suit jacket today. Always styling on the bench for the London Nationals.
Yeah, you gotta rock what you have, and that's something maybe I have to put into my wardrobe or something, and maybe have that in my wardrobe for a remaining game here as the play is underway. The Stars gain possession. They're deep in their own territory. They finally get it out. It's into the neutral zone. Holmes has the puck here for the Nationals.
As they will break out into the neutral ice as the Nationals try a long pass. That one intended for Elliston and just a bit out of his reach, as we'll have our first face-off of the period.
That's right. Elliston trying to stretch for that pass, trying to keep his toe on the other side of the blue line. Cannot. Puts himself offside. Face-off coming outside of the blue line of the St. Thomas Stars. Stars win the face-off.
Picked up by Hicks as he'll carry it behind his net as he'll set up for the Stars. Passes over to Gert. One player notable missing from the Stars lineup is Oliver Bonk, who was a big asset for the team in last week's game, as he is off doing that
the Capital City
Capital City Cup. Thank you.
Yep, the Capital City Cup in Ottawa. Oliver Bonk was, like you mentioned, Kyle, a big key on the back end for the St. Thomas Stars last week. He'll be away until, I believe, early December with that Capital City Cup, and wish him all the best of luck playing up in Ottawa.
Jackson Dobbin quickly brings it into the offensive zone. He stumbles up, but gets the puck right out front. Another chance. That one kicked aside as that one just misses the net wide. Back the other way. Zach Power gets it to the blue line, just keeps it on side, tries to get the puck to Burge, but just out of his reach as the Nationals bringing out the Julian Power Burge line once again. Picked up by Monroe. Monroe, cross-ice pass just ahead of Julian. Julian gets it now. He'll carry it, takes a shot, tries to get it through Wilmore, but can't quite get it. Over to Power up front, bouncing, puck scores! And another weird goal as the Nationals take the lead 2-1.
And there's Burridge doing what he does best. Either it's a good snipe or a lucky bounce off of something. This one goes into the lucky bounce category as we get a look at the play. Shot, good save on the first opportunity by Wilmore. Julian from behind the net gives it to Burridge in the slot and goes right off the defenseman standing at the side of the net. Burridge will take it. It's 2-1 Nationals.
You got to be lucky, be good, and good to be lucky. And that's just a lucky play there by Burridge. That is like the second or third amazingly lucky bounce here at the Western Fair Sports Center. As back the other way comes Beaupre. He'll carry across the blue line. Takes a long shot. That one just goes wide of Wilmore. As Burridge, once again, that is another goal for him. His 11th goal of the season and 36th point of the year in this, the 19th game of the season for him. As just operating just shy of that 2 points a game pace. Just at 2 points a game pace now. Back the other way. Picked up behind the net by Arsenault. Arsenault will hold up the puck. Wait for the Nationals to set up. Leaves it, picked up now by Beaupre. Carries it across the blue line, but can't quite hold on to it as the puck will be stolen by the Stars. Played at the back end. Bellantine collects it, now get it over to Girth. Girth will carry it across the blue line. He'll take a shot, that one goes off a stick. Arsenault into the far corner. McRobbie, he'll just try to bounce it down low. He clicked aside, and a penalty coming here. Too many men on the ice is the call. And it'll be on the Nationals. That's right.
Looks like Colin Martin's not too sure where that penalty happened. Nonetheless, it'll be a bench minor for too many men. Looks like Van der Zalm will head over to the box to serve that penalty. We'll have to
Have to take a peek at how many are on the ice, but it looked like just a little
There's-
early jump on by Alliston, it looked like, or Tori Alba.
We won't get a clean look at it, so nonetheless, it'll be a 2-minute man advantage in favor of the St. Thomas Stars here. They'll look to tie this game up.
First real extended penalty for the Stars as they had their first one as just a minute long as they get a quick chance right off the bat. Back to the blue line to Girth. He'll give it up. Played back behind the net. Roberts, the goal scorer for the Stars, tries to throw it back to Girth, but that's just out of his reach. Comes all the way down, and Wilmore will come out and play it. Wilmore leaves it for Girth. Girth has to play it quickly to Ballantine. Back to Girth as he goes toppling down behind the net. Cross ice pass. Here comes the Stars over across the blue line. Pass. The cries go to Girth, cross ice. Perry couldn't quite make it. Gets to Ballantine at the blue line. Bouncing puck just stays in. That's some great work by the Stars, but all for naught as that one gets sent down length of the ice anyway. Wilmore, he'll collect it. Gives it over to Ballantine. Ballantine, bit of room to skate. Carries it across the blue line, going full speed down the left wing side. Gets around Power, but can't quite get to the puck instead of in front of Barnes. As Barnes will clear it down the length of the ice again as the Nationals penalty kill starting to get the momentum here and doing some hard work as they killed one already. Nice play behind the net as some hustle work by Elston holds onto the puck. Played again. Blau for the puck behind the net. Beaupre gets pinned. The puck will be picked up by the Stars. Hicks, he'll carry it across the blue line, tries to bring it into the offensive zone. Bounces it by a defender, now will go behind the net to collect it. Barnes will beat him to it, and he'll just throw it as Hicks goes hard down to the ice. Collected by the Stars. McNair, back to the blue line again. Brought back a nice shot, goes off the stick of Barry and into the netting.
Yeah, that's right. You mentioned, Kyle, the Nationals have been doing a great job collapsing here, doing a great job on the penalty kill. There's 24 seconds remaining in the man advantage for the St. Thomas Stars. They do have an opportunity here with an offensive zone faceoff to try and win and gain control, to try and set something up here. We have 16:06 remaining in the second period.
Quick faceoff win by the Stars. Back to Hicks at the blue line. Hicks holds up, fires, kicked aside by Barry. Comes back to the half boards. Burge will get to it first, and he'll just throw it down the length of the ice, just out of the reach of Catrice. Wilmore plays it quickly. Beaupre on top of, or Chard on top of him, as Burge will get it out the blue line, gets it over to Chard, distant his feet, but the Stars will collect it and bring it back out. Across the blue line. Nice shot, long, goes right over the net, over to the half boards, kept in. Stars trying to make something happen. Bow for the puck behind the net. Picked up and brought back out to the point. Another shot from the blue line. That one held onto by Barry, but he can't get the whistle. Gets to the blue line. Penalty is over now for the Nationals. Played behind the net. McNair tries to get a shot on net. Blocked and goes back to the point. Kept in by the Stars. Long shot by Hicks. That one kicked aside again by Barry. As just some nice work by Barry. Stop the pressure. Tips that one right into the netting. We'll get a change here as the Stars will get a rest and we'll regroup.
That's right. Barry doing everything technically sound there as he's able to control the puck and get that into the netting and out of play, causing a stoppage. Both teams getting a line change in and face off deep in the Nationals territory. Scrum draw controlled by the Nationals.
Picked up now by Holmes. Holmes will collect it, tries to dump it down the length of the ice. Bouncing puck, picked up by Burge. Burge will collect it, so no icing on the play. As the Nationals will try to get it down in the offensive zone. Gets to the blue line, kept in by Monroe. Monroe, cross ice pass, picked up now by Bowers. Bowers behind the net to Burge. Burge tries to get it to Nichols sitting in the slot, but that can't quite connect on the pass. Stars will break it out the other way. Long pass goes off the leg of Watson and picked up by Holmes in the defensive zone. Holmes circles back, has to fight off a hit. Gets a little help there by Nichols. Nichols tries to get into Burge. Burge out of his reach and now go down all the way for an icing. The Nationals have to regroup in their own zone.
That's right, and will not be able to get a change here as we have a line of Burridge, Nichols, and Bowers. So it's again just shuffling up the lines, trying to get some fresh legs wherever they can on the ice for the Nationals here. It's a win of a faceoff.
Face-off win, as you said there, Kyle, as the Nationals will break it out. Bowers, he'll carry it across the blue line. Just offside is Burge, another half step ahead. That's 2 or 3 times now the Nationals have had a partial break coming, and the trailer is just a step off the offside.
That's right, and we see this time Bowers elects not to shoot the puck at the net, as I think he learned his lesson in the first period. Nonetheless, face-off outside the line of the Stars. It's won by the Nationals.
Julian gets it over to Pace Roth. He'll carries it across the blue line. Pace Roth tries to get a cross-ice pass as he had Vanderzom heading to the net. As you have Vanderzom out there with Duarte and Julian. Played outside, nice little glove pass there, and that will get called as McGowan a little too overzealous with the play. And he just bats it right to Vanderzom for the whistle.
That's right, and the face-off will be going, should be going deep inside the Nationals territory as the play generated from inside the Nationals territory into the neutral zone. So therefore, that's where the face-off will go, deep in the Nationals territory. We have 14:09 remaining here in the middle stanza. It's a 2-1 Nationals lead.
Face-off scrummed, but picked up by the Nationals as Vanderzom will try to make a play to get it out. Gets it across the blue line as they'll break it out. Duarte can't quite hold on to it. Julian will. Across the blue line. Jacob Julian waits, tries to fire. That goes off a stick. Duarte takes a shot. That one goes off the side of the net. Stars will try to break out the other way. Play being laid by Hubin. Over to Pace Roth. Collects the puck. Gets it over to Vanderzom. Vanderzom gets his pocket pick. Picked up by McGowan. McGowan will throw it into the offensive zone. Wilmore will close out and collect it. Ballantine plays the puck for the Stars. Carries it across the blue line. No one to move the puck to, and he'll just have to give it away. Nationals, a little cross-ice pass. No one there, as that was about 3 or 4 stick lengths away from getting the boat break.
That's right. The Nationals ice the puck yet again, so they'll have to regroup inside their own zone. And we have 13:24 remaining in the second period. Torrealba out there with Beaupre and I believe Nichols, who just lost that faceoff.
Puck comes behind the Nationals net. Gets to the half boards. Played hard there by Catrice as Hill will get it down to McRobbie. Beaupre will bounce the puck, get it out. Does not collect to hit the netting, so the Nash get a little lucky on the bounce. Perry plays it cross ice, gets it up into the neutral ice again, but it'll be stolen by the Nationals. Torrealba, little back pass, tries to get to Nichols. Nichols wasn't expecting it as the Stars will collect it again. Played by Beaupre. Beaupre, some hard-working plays. Keeps the feet moving, but no call. Comes into the offensive zone. McRobbie, he gets stolen off his stick. Back pass by Nichols, goes to Hicks. Hicks will throw it in for the Stars all the way to Barry. Barry will just hold on and go for the whistle.
Yeah, that's right. Barry thought about playing that puck. Here comes some extracurricular possible at the blue line. Linesman over there quick to get involved with that, but there's Beaupre trying to make the hit, and that's when the puck ends up going on Barry, and he holds on.
Hicks was in the middle of everything last week as well for the Stars, and Beaupre is a kind of player that likes getting in the middle of it as well, so not too surprised to see those two having a few exchanging the words.
That's right, as we see the ref already has his arm up, so he's telling the Stars they cannot make the rest of their change because they took too long, as the Nationals are the home team, so they'll get the final change. Face-off controlled by the St. Thomas Stars. Puck out of play. Face-off back deep inside the Nationals territory.
Impressive right there. The puck went out of play and bounced down on the one little speck of boards that actually sits outside of the rink. Not sure I've seen a puck bounce that perfectly, but either way, another face-off in the Nationals zone. Face-off won by the Stars, gets to the blue line, and will just go out and neutral ice as no Stars defenseman wanted it at the time. Puck goes down low. Played by Roberts, tries to get to it, but Arsenault beats him out to it. Burge will get it. He's got a bit of room with it. He's got 2 men coming with him. Burge, cross the blue line, waits, fires. That one just goes wide. Gets the blue line, kept in by Arsenault. Arsenault takes a shot. That one goes wide again. Burge battles for the puck behind the net, will collect it. Julian right out front, takes the shot. That one goes off a stick and then goes into the netting. Has some more words being exchanged again, Kyle.
That's right. Julian was in front of the net, and Burridge didn't like the fact that Julian was involved, so he came in to say a couple of words there. As we see Julian in the slot there, he gets a chance, gets cross-checked, so then he gives a cross-check back, another cross-check, and Burridge comes in to say, hey, I'm going to defend my my line mate, my teammate. No penalties out of that. So it'll remain 5-on-5 here with the face-off deep in the St. Thomas Stars zone. We have 21-17 for the shots on goal. 2-1 on the scoreboard for the Nationals. The centerman for the Stars getting kicked out. New centerman coming in to take the face off.
Face off scrummed, will go to the Stars. Back behind the net, throws it around, tries to get it out. And we'll get to Hubin, and now Killer into the neutral ice. Hubin trying to battle right on top of Holmes, but now get back to Monroe. Over to Holmes. Holmes fires across ice to Elliston. Michael Elliston carries it across the blue line, tries to get it back to Monroe and will. Monroe, little back pass, can't quite get to his intended target of Bowers, and then the Stars, the Nationals will collect it again. Holmes tries to get a pass, and that goes into the Stars' territory, but they'll quickly rebound the other way. Picked up now by Bowers. Bowers across the blue line. Gets over to Elliston. Elliston tries to get it out front to Chard, but Chard just had too many Stars all over top of him as Chard just battles for the puck as he gets knocked down. Bowers takes another Stars player down. Holmes a little too overzealous, and Holmes is going to go to the box.
Yeah, there's just a big scramble play in front of the Nationals bench there, and Holmes comes in. He gives one shot, gets away with that. Gets the second shot, still gets away with it, but that third, fourth shot is what's going to get you every time, as we see Holmes come in and just give cross-check to the back of the head there. That's what's going to get the arm of the referee to go up, and going to be 2 minutes for cross-checking. Face-off coming deep inside the Nationals territory now, and it'll be the Stars with an opportunity to try and tie this hockey game up. They have been unsuccessful so far with the man advantage. One full man advantage in the first period. That was a shortened man advantage, as it was a 4-on-4 for a couple of minutes there.
And then another one earlier in this period, over 2 on the night so far. Played out, Catrice will collect it for the Stars as their first chance just gets rimmed around the boards. Behind the net, the Stars will start to set up. Will be played out. Tyler Alexander will lead the rush, gets it over. We'll have to collect it again as that quite can't get into the National zone. Over to Roberts, the goal scorer again for the Stars. Roberts, cross-ice pass over to Alexander. Alexander carries it down to the hash marks, throws it behind the net, and just bounces off a stick, but picked up by Roberts again. Back to Alexander. Alexander holds up. Got Van der Zalm on top of him. Back down low to Roberts. Back to Alexander. Roberts again. Takes a shot. That one just goes high and over the net. Gets the blue line and out. Beaupre hustling on that. Picked up by Catrice. Catrice, nice little backhand saucer pass over to Alexander as he'll try to break out the other way for the Stars. Carries it across the blue line. Played inside. Another back pass again. Alexander to the blue line. Roberts walks the line, tries to get it back to Alexander, but goes off the stick of Torrealba and goes back into neutral ice. Roberts will get a bit of space. He'll carry it down the left wing side. Back into McRobbie. McRobbie throws it around to Roberts again. Roberts holds, tries to get a pass. That one goes off a skate. Picked up by McRobbie. McRobbie tries to get out front. Can't quite get another shot out front as Catrice takes it, but that gets blocked onto the way to the net. Roberts at the blue line. Cross-ice pass to Alexander. Alexander holds up. 20 seconds left in the power play. Another shot on net. Saved by Barry. Loose pucks. Barry still keeps it out. Another play out front. Loose. Another shot. That one just goes wide. Barry's without a stick. Nationals get the pick off, and they'll just break it out here as Elliston, he'll carry it across the blue line. Elliston waits. Nice toe drag. Takes a chance, but can't quite get the shot as he falls down. Power play is expired for the Stars as Barry gets his stick back. As McGowan will carry it for the Nationals. Tries to move it through the 2 Stars defenders, but can't quite get it by both. Gets into the National zone. Paid. Get up by Paris. Paris gets his pocket peek by Elliston, and that gets back in the neutral ice. Girth. Cross-ice pass to Ballantine. Ballantine will carry it around. Gets by 1. Pace Ross steals it. Picked up by Paris, but that one just offside. And we'll reset just outside Nationals territory.
That's right. Offside call here. You got to look at the Barry save. First of all, that's just a tremendous effort for Barry as he lost the stick on the play. That was nice. And then we have Elliston short-handed. Nice little toe drag move there. Kind of stepped on the stick. The Nationals bench on that play wanted a tripping penalty to no avail. And now the Nationals have it controlled here in their own zone.
Duarte battles for the puck down in the corner, gets the blue line, kept in by Girth. Girth takes a shot, kicked aside by Barry. Another shot out front, gets through the blue line. Ballantine, hard work to keep that in the offensive zone. Barry throws it into the corner. Still playing out front, still in the danger zone. The Stars continue to apply some pressure. Finally comes back out. McGowan will collect it, tries to get over to Power. Power can't quite collect on the pass as that one throws back into the Nationals territory. Stars trying to build them a bit of momentum here. Puck gets to the blue line, but barely past the red before the Stars collect it again. Duarte with the steal. He'll carry it across the blue line. Tries to move it inside, takes a shot, bouncing. Puck just goes wide and held on to by Wilmore as Duarte gets caught up with, I believe, Catrice.
That's right, as we see Duarte getting time with Power and Burridge. And Power gives Catrice a shot, and is that Catrice? Yeah, no, sorry, it's Ballantyne and Duarte having words, and Power didn't like that, so he gave Ballantyne a shot. And again, this chippiness has started early and often in the first period, and it's continued here in the second as the St. Thomas Stars look to exit their own zone.
Not too surprising, the Stars and Nationals always having that that little bit of rivalry there with the London St. Thomas so close to each other. As face-off goes for icing, and we'll be back in the Stars territory.
Yes, icing on the St. Thomas Stars. So that'll be Chard with Nichols and Bowers on the forward line here. Chard in taking the face-off.
Face-off won by Joseph and picked up by the Stars. Bounce puck gets to the blue line, and just out. But nice glove play by Monroe to knock it down. The battle for the puck goes back into Stars territory. Played by Hicks. Hicks will rim it around the boards, gets to the blue line over to Watson. Watson, bank pack, as that one doesn't go any farther as Joseph couldn't quite hold on to it. Monroe will collect it for the Nationals in the close corner. Throws it behind, back over to Monroe again. Monroe tries to find a pass, gets it over to Bowers. Bowers just out of his reach. Wilmore has to be quickly as he just runs right into Nichols. Loose puck, tries to get the shot on net, but we're going to see a penalty coming here. Goaltender interference again. Coming to Nichols for the second time tonight as Bowers and Hicks getting into it. And that one, Kyle, you're the ref. You explain that one to me.
Yeah, it's protecting the goalie, I guess, as he came out to play the puck. Nichols, he didn't really do much to try and get out of the way. He wasn't impeded into Wilmore, so I guess that's where the call is going to stem from. If I was going to take my official stripes on here, and say why that was a penalty, it was because Nichols didn't do enough in the eyes of the official to get out of the way and not make contact with Wilmore, as the goalies are one of the most protected people on the ice, as they're a vital role of the hockey game. They do have the most padding on, however. Colin Martin doesn't look like he's too happy, as he has some words for his bench saying, hey boys, hey, we got to smarten up here, as we're giving the St. Thomas Stars yet another man advantage opportunity.
And as we said, Stars a very solid penalty power play so far this year, 26.9% operating on the season, so you know they can score, just have not been able to convert it, and you keep giving them opportunities, they're going to score. Play comes all the way down. Wilmore going to have to hold on to it as Beaupre, as always, applying that kind of pressure. Does a great job of making the Stars have the face-off in their own zone.
That's right. Beaupre doing a great job here on the penalty kill as we see him going off the ice. And they're having an issue with the clock here. The penalty not on the clock, so they'll make that stoppage and make sure that the remaining time gets put up on the clock, as they want to make sure that the penalized player comes out at the correct time.
Always got to be careful just looking at the penalty again. Wilmore made the right play. He came out, made the play, but that's always a dangerous area for any goaltender to come out. We've seen in many other leagues, the OHL, NHL, anything like that, like a goalie can come out and they can get crushed if they go a bit too aggressive. He's at the hash mark, so he's quite a bit away from his net.
Yeah, one in particular play that sticks out in my head is the Rick DiPietro play when he was with the Islanders. That pretty much ended his career there. So as you mentioned, you gotta be careful as a goalie, pick and choose your spots to come out and play the puck.
What I remember is Kyle Clifford running over Peter Mrazek, which led to the David Ayres game in Carolina versus Toronto 2 years ago. As brought back the other way, here come the Stars. Across the blue line is Ballantine. He'll hold up, gets it around one Nationals defenseman, still holding on to the puck. Gets it over, tries to get it to Roberts, but nice defensive play by Arsenault. Gets it to the blue line. Amaral will keep it in. Stolen by Arsenault and brought back the other way. Burridge, he'll go 2-on-1. He's got power with him. Burridge waits, fires right off the crossbar and keeps out. Burridge again slapping away, but still stays out again. Wilmore had to be sharp as Burridge almost buries his second of the night. Puck comes into the offensive zone for the Stars. Minute left on this penalty for the Nationals as they got another beautiful chance on the penalty kill as Nationals going with the big guns out there.
Yeah, they're going to try and spark something here, even with the man down. So they're going to send out the big guys, and it almost worked out.
Vanderzov over to Burridge. Burridge tries to get a shot, but loses it in his stick, and then we stolen by Alexander. Here comes the Stars the other way. Perry over to Howard, shoots and scores! As Huden takes the shot, and then the Stars tie it up again.
Yeah, that's right. The St. Thomas Stars finally taking advantage of having the extra man on the ice as Hubin makes no mistake burying that as we see Burridge fans on that, and that's a turnover, shorthanded, and it's about a 4-on-2, and Oben kind of the recipient of a break, kind of a breakdown there on a pass as it bounced off a couple of skates over to Hoban, and Hoban buries it under the arm of Barry, and that's a tie game now at 2-2 with 5:40 remaining here in the second period.
His 9th goal of the season puts him in a 3-way tie once again for team lead in goals with Amaral and McRobbie. As play comes out, Stars needed that power play goal big. As play comes out in neutral ice, Charge gets run over, but manages to stand his man up as Bowers tries to get the puck behind the net, stolen again by the National. Over to Bowers. Bowers winds up, fires. That one just goes wide. Elliston will be behind the net to collect it. Back out front to Bowers. Bowers waits, shoots again. That one just goes over the net again. Pace Roth will collect it. Throws it behind the net. That one goes over his man. As Bowers will be there to collect it again. He's got 5 or 6 shots in this game already. As Bowers hungry for his first point as a National. Carried across the blue line. Plays that puck. Stars will collect it. That one just as the man just gets on the ice. Played behind the net again. Pace Roth. He gets hit. Puck just gets to the blue line. Gets into the neutral ice. Catrice will play it. Another play. Stars testing their luck with their line changes, as that's twice now. The man who just got on the ice plays the puck before as the guy gets off. Torrealba, cross ice pass intended for Elliston. That gets blocked by Catrice on its way to its target. Catrice will try to get there. Torrealba gets the puck, throws it up front. Wilmore has to make a save. Another just walking into that slap shot as Power as he starts Nichols as that puck goes down the length of the ice and into the Stars territory. As, just seeing that last play there, Nichols, a full head of steam. He was looking for like a hardest shot competition he was aiming for.
Yeah, that's right. As I don't know if he came right off the bench or not and just was able to stride into that and just blast one. Luckily enough, I think it went off a Stars defenseman, and nonetheless, the Stars ice the puck, the face-off deep. Stars gain control in their own zone.
4 minutes left here in the second period. Play will be going up and out of play is the puck. As we want to regroup once again here. Nationals going out the big line again with Julian, Burridge, and Power. Stars countering with their top line as well. Roberts in the face-off circle. Face-off won by Power, picked up now by Monroe. Played over by Holmes. Holmes will throw it into the offensive zone, and he'll just rush down himself. Deacon Holmes has proved in the last few weeks that he is not afraid to just lead the rush if need be. And back the other way come the Start. Across the blue line is Dobbin. Dobbin gets hit by Holmes, but manages to throw the puck back. Picked up now by Power. Power gets it and just falling right over top of the puck is a Stars player. I think he stepped on it at the last second there. Burridge over to Julian. Julian's got a bit of space. He carries across the blue line, takes a shot. That goes in, scores! And just like that, Jacob Julian gives the Nationals the lead.
Yeah, kind of a shot Wilmore will want back as he got a piece of it, but not all of it. Jacob Julian giving the Nationals a 3-2 lead here. And we get a look at the goal here. And it's a nice pass. Julian with a full head of steam, gets some room. Looks off the pass, and it goes off the arm right underneath the armpit of Wilmore and into the back of the net. So therefore, Jacob Julian gets his eighth goal of the season, giving the Nationals the lead back at 3-2.
That is another interesting goal. As you said, Wilmore will probably want that one back. He looked like he was in the right position for it and everything. He was a little too aggressive on the blocker movement. As Stars will try to come back and answer quickly. Back to the offensive zone. Stars trying to make a move. Play behind the net. Play by Perry. Stolen in the corner now. McRobbie battling for it with Nichols. Gets it out to the slot. Another quick shot. Tries to get it out front, but can't quite get there as Weber. Laid down low again. Nichols. Back pass to Arsenault. Arsenault slows up, gets to the Beaupre. Beaupre throws it up, and now go down the length of the ice. Vander Zalm will be the first one there as he'll collect the puck and beats out the icing. Alexander tries to get it out, gets to the blue line, kept in by Arsenault. Arsenault, long shot, goes right on net. As that puck had a little bit of daylight I could see from my angle. Had a perfect angle right between the legs of Wilmore, but he closes up just in time.
That's exactly what Wilmore needs there, as the shot from the point comes from Arsenault through some traffic, but Wilmore able to make that save after letting up a goal that, like we've said, he probably wants back. He holds on, face-off coming deep inside the Stars territory. Chard in on the face-off, wins it, but now it's to McGowan.
McGowan will throw it into the offensive, down in the corner. Hicks will be there the first for the Stars. Hicks will get it off to his defense partner. Back to Hicks again. Hicks will try to throw it up, gets just to the blue line. Amaral will try to get it out. Now we'll get to collect the puck as Amaral will go in. 3-on-1 partially here. Amaral takes a shot, saved by Barry as he just looks off his two line mates coming in as he takes a shot himself. And Pace Roth not appreciative of what happened after that play.
That's right. The ref does have it, though. He has the slash after the whistle, so Pace Roth does not want to do anything to negate the man advantage. So therefore, the Stars will be going to the penalty box here as we see Amaral take the shot, saved by Barry, and then gives the extra little hack as we see Pace Roth then go chase after. But nonetheless, that's the only penalty. The slashing call will be the only penalty out of that. So the Stars go shorthanded when they don't want to give this high-octane offense of the Nationals opportunities to pull away here, as we have 2:14 remaining in the second period. The Nationals already have a one-goal lead.
Absolutely not what you want, as the Nationals were in their own zone and now hit the face-off in the offensive zone. McGowan over nice quick shot, one-timer out front as Power tees it up, and another little collection of players out front of the Stars net this time.
Yeah, it looks like Nichols was on top of Wilmore there, and he might have bumped into him after the shot came and Wilmore made the save. Yes, gives Wilmore a bit of a shove there, and of course the Stars defensemen gonna do what they need to do to protect their goaltender. Nonetheless, face-off won by the Nationals.
Power, quick face-off win, goes a bit hard to McGowan at the blue line, but kept in. Power walks down, back out to behind the net. Battle for the puck out front as Bowers tries to make something happen, but Wilmore, nice hand-eye as he finds the puck in the mess of that.
Yeah, and the net, I believe, also came off, so that's partly in why the ref blows the play down, and face-off stays deep inside the Stars territory as the teams make some changes to the personnel here. Weber going off there for the Stars, as they're now going to try and get that mooring to stay on, give a little squirt of water, and nonetheless, we're getting ready for puck drop deep in the Stars zone.
Power wins the faceoff once again. Back to McGowan at the blue line, over to Burge quickly, back to McGowan again. Back to Burge. Burge, long pass. It's over to Power. Power gets down to McGowan, over to Bowers. Bowers out front, shoots and scores! Nichols in his first game back, buries it, and the Nationals take a 4-2 lead, as it looks like Bowers will get his first assist as a National.
That's right, Bowers in on that, so his first point as a London National. Nichols then gives a shot there, and that's where the 4-ref system is better. As the ref's reporting the goal, he doesn't see that, but nonetheless the goal here, as that was a nice play in from behind the net. Bowers gives a nice pass in front to Nichols in the slot. He buries it on the power play. It's 4-2 now for the Nationals. A minute 45 remaining here in the second period.
Saw Nichols, the automatic hand point. He knew exactly where that pass came from. Some great work, and Bowers has earned that as he has been all over the ice all night and finally gets rewarded with something. And Nichols buries another one as he continues to roll now his 6th goal of the season, and this is 9th game of the year. Play behind the net. That one just goes under the State of Monroe. It looks like a bit of confusion for the Nationals D. Played by Watson. Watson tries to take a shot, fans on it, and just leaves the puck there. Played down low again, gets to the half boards. Played stolen by Duarte, over to Julian. Julian carries it across the blue line. He'll leave it for Duarte. Duarte walks in, fires. That one kicked aside by Wilmore. Over to Holmes. Holmes, he'll hold on to the puck. Circles around the blue line. Great work holding the line. Another shot from the blue line. That gets tipped out front and just goes wide. Monroe, he'll come down. Collects the puck for the Nationals. Breaks it out behind the net. He'll look for a pass. Tries to make a move. That one just gets stolen off his stick. Back to the blue line, just out of reach of Van der Zalm, and it'll come out in neutral ice. Holmes, he'll collect it. Pass it cross ice, gets it over to the Nationals as Monroe carries across the blue line, but it looks like Chard was just offside as Duarte getting into it a bit with Girth.
Yeah, that's kind of a mismatch there for Duarte as Girth has him by both, I think, a couple inches in height and a little bit of poundage in weight. So Duarte maybe picking a little bit of a battle that he might not want to, but nonetheless, and I do want to mention it looked like Torrey Alba went down the cutway a little bit injured, so we'll have to keep an eye on him. Nonetheless, face off outside the blue line of the Stars. Scrum draw controlled by the Nationals.
Chard will collect it, back it over. Barnes will clear it into the offensive zone. Wilmore comes out and plays it quickly as the Nationals apply some quick pressure. Picked up by Roberts as he'll break it out. Gets it over to Perry. Perry carries it across the blue line. Carries it inside, tries to make a move. Chard, hard work, steals the puck back. Alexander will collect it, tries to get it down low again, but Chard, just good body work, gets it in the way. Chard carries it across the blue line. Nationals running 4 wide as takes the shot quickly as the period expires. As the Nationals score a couple more on the board. Stars answer, but not quite enough as we head into our second intermission. 4-2, Nationals lead.
Shots on goal in that second period brought to you by tonight's game sponsor, King of the Pigs. For St. Thomas 11 for a 2-period total of 23, and for London 12, a 2-period total of 30. All right, fans. I am down here at ice level, but I'm over by the scorekeeper's box. I was not afforded a wireless mic this evening, so hey, we gotta make do. Welcome to the second intermission Shoot to Win contest brought to you by your London Nationals and tonight's game sponsor, King of the Pigs. We're gonna try something a little different tonight. Al, the scorekeeper, my good friend down here in the scorekeeper's box, he was at the Leafs game on Saturday, and he saw this as a game, so, you know, we share the same colors as the Toronto Maple Leafs, so we're going to give this a shot. We have our contestants on each of the face-off dots, and what they're going to do is they're going to take a shot. They have 2 pucks each. They're going to take a shot and see who can get it closest to the center ice face-off dot. So that's what we're going to do. So the gentleman in the Wild jersey, we're going to have him go first. Closest to that face-off dot is what we're aiming for. That's That's going to sail well to the other end of the ice. All right, Nats jersey, go ahead. Okay, we'll leave that one there. That's our new gold standard. All right. Let's make this count. There we go. He's got some good weight behind that. Well, okay. Well, even if Lou wasn't in the way on that one, I think that one would have been closer. It was losing a lot of steam. So, our winner is in the right face-off dot in the Minnesota Wild jersey. They win a prize, compliments of tonight's game sponsor, King of the Pigs. Even just saying that restaurant makes my stomach growl. That place is so delicious. And not to walk away empty-handed, in the Arsenault jersey over there, they also will be receiving a prize, compliments of King of the Pigs restaurant. Also, fans,
This week on Chillin' and Grill with Jeff visits the backyard of a hiking trail and makes a huge seafood paella. Watch the latest episode of Chillin' and Grill with Jeff Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. Back here at the Western Fair Sports Center, a big second period for both teams as we went in tied 1-1. We are now 4-2 is your score in favor of the Nationals, including the return of Weird Goal Wednesday again. As we just saw a couple, it continues between these two teams, Kyle.
That's right. Burridge was, I believe, the recipient of the first Weird Goal Wednesday this week, as that play just gets a pass from behind the net into the slot and just bounces it off of a couple of legs into the net. It goes, and then the Stars make their way back, able to go 4-on-2, pass across, another couple of weird bounces, and Oben tied the game up at that point, and then here comes the Nationals yet again. Nice shot there under the arm there. One Wilmore wants back, so Julian makes it 3-2 at that point, and then here's goal number 4, as that was a beautiful goal. Nichols knows exactly where that pass came from in Bowers, so we see that, and we see here Burridge, his 11th of the year from Julian at 103. Oben on the power play, his 9th from Alexander and Weber. As it stands now, they have it as Powers' goal at 16:34 from Julian and Burridge, but as we see on the replay, it looked like Julian was the one that scored that third goal. Nonetheless, Nichols has a power play goal, his 6th of the year from Bowers, and so that is where we stand after 40 minutes of play. The Nationals have a 2-goal lead.
And the Nationals have been playing some solid work there. One player who I wanted to highlight in the first period we didn't get a chance to talk to is Ryan Bowers. First game in the Nationals uniform, coming over from the QMJHL, playing a bit for the Ramparts out there. What have you thought of his play so far?
He's been fantastic. He has, I think, maybe 6-7 shots on goal so far this game. Doesn't have a goal to show for it, but now has an assist, so he gets his first point as a National. He's just been all over the ice. He's been playing on the top line, the second line, and the third line, as they've only got 10 forwards, so he's been everywhere Colin Martin has put him, as we see his career GOJHL numbers, as he's played 89 games, has 21 total goals, 48 points. And so he played with Kamoka a bit, and then went to Listowel, and then throughout the QMJHL this year, he had 1 goal through 9 games for the Quebec Rampart. So he's somebody that's come into the lineup and shown that he's going to fit right in with this club, and be another guy that the Nationals can rely on to get them some scoring, whether it's assists or putting the puck in the back of the net himself.
Absolutely. He's been, I thought myself, he's looked fantastic, and shocked he has not buried at least one so far. But most of that is due to Owen Wilmore, who continues to impress, as hasn't had the best game like we saw from him last week, but still making some great saves in net for the St. Thomas Stars.
That's right, as Wilmore has been doing what he needs to do, except for maybe the third goal where it went under his arm, but nonetheless, he's made some key saves at key times to keep this at a 2-goal deficit right now, as we see Nice blocker save off of Bowers there. Makes a couple of pad saves, and he's been doing a great job controlling the rebounds, getting them into the corners and not into the dangerous areas where the Nationals can have that second or third opportunity, and making some key saves, as I mentioned there. Throughout the game, keeping this at what is a 2-goal deficit for the Stars at this point in time, heading into the third period.
Had to make a couple of big saves. That last one you saw there on that pack there, that 2-on-1 opportunity, it looked like the Nationals had a sure goal coming again. He's had to make some key saves in net for them to even keep the Stars in this game. On the other end, again, Aiden Barry, he is not a busy workload for the first period, but it's starting to pick up a lot. The Stars are getting those opportunities, especially they're getting those power plays, and he's looked really sharp as well for the Nationals.
Yeah, Aiden Barry, we've said it week in and week out when he's been between the pipes for the Nationals that he's very technically sound. He knows how to get in the right position at the right time to make saves. And even when he might seem that he has to make a desperation save, he makes it look easy, as we see him just calm, cool, collected there in between the pipes as well, not getting too overzealous, and just staying in position, square to the shooter, making sure that the puck is hitting him in the chest and not in the spot where it could bounce over him and into the net or bounce into the slot for a second or third opportunity. He's doing another great job of controlling the rebounds and putting the pucks into non-dangerous areas.
Absolutely. We've seen a couple of great works by him as he'll get the shot coming in from him and does a great job at battling the puck right back into the netting, just killing the momentum that the Stars are building. Exactly what the Nationals need between the pipes, and he's done a great job as with him and Owen Flores, as their tandem work has been fantastic for the Nationals. Some of the best goaltending work as a tandem we've seen in the last few years for the Nationals.
Yeah, it's been great, and Aiden Barry, depending on how much Owen Flores is going to be up with the Knights, he might get the bulk of the work here, heading maybe into the late November, early December type of games here. We'll have to wait and see what plays out through that, but from the looks of it, Aiden Barry can withstand that task if that's what is put on his shoulders to make these Nationals get a couple of wins here throughout the last bit of November into December, going into a Christmas break.
One other thing I've noticed a lot the last couple of games, and including tonight as well, Nationals starting to get that little bit of boost from that back end as well. Owen McGowan continues to be one of the top defensive scorers in the entire league. You bring in Monroe as well tonight, as they have been fantastic for the Nationals. As you see there, McGowan still leads the league, 23 points on the season, and then Thomas Monroe, the Nationals' newest addition, as sitting there in 6th place, or tied for 5th, however, as he's been another nice addition. What do you think of his game so far tonight?
He's looked good on the back end. He's a solid defenseman. He looks like he's a defenseman, defensive defenseman first, but will pop up into the offensive rush if the opportunity presents himself, as we see 4 goals, 10 assists, so he's more, like I said, of that guy that'll maybe start something, a breakout or a rush from his own zone, so it might get the first assist on the goals there. So nonetheless, he's looked sharp tonight, as it's his early on with the tenure with the Nationals here. So yeah, he's looking sharp, and again, Bowers is looking sharp. The new additions for the Nationals looking great so far this game.
I always love when you get that great first impression, and looks pretty good in that pairing with Deacon Holmes as well, as we'll be back with the third period just after this. enjoy watching Arby's Nationals hockey on Rogers TV? Then join the crew. Volunteers learn the skills needed to put on a show, including camera, audio, graphics, and more. Visit rogerstv.com/volunteer to sign up. Taking a peek at our Paul Duarte and Associates shots on goal, 11-12 in favor of the Nationals in that second period, bringing our totals to 30-23 in favor of the Nationals so far, as the Nationals continuing to apply some rubber, but it closed up a bit more in that second period.
Yeah, that's right. The Stars able to get on the board, kept it close for a bit, and then the Nationals gaining that 2-goal margin back here in the second period. So as we get ready for the third period, we'll see if what transpires, whether the Nationals can keep their momentum or if the Stars will jump in. As we see our next game, our next broadcast is next Wednesday night, 7 o'clock, as the Strathroy Rockets come to town to play against the Nationals here at the Western Fair Sports Center.
Their second meeting at the Western Fair of the season. Nationals coming away with the W in that first game between the two teams, as the Nationals continue to show their dominance here on home ice. It's 8-0 as well coming into the third period here, with a chance to go up to 9 if they can manage to hold on here in the third period. Starting off with an icing, as it will come all the way into the Stars' territory to start the period.
That's right, starting the period here with an icing. The Stars not exactly what they wanted, I don't think, as they want to try and get an early goal here to maybe throw the momentum into their way here, but the Nationals gain control. The puck is into the neutral zone.
Bowers collects it, tries to get it right over to Holmes, but Arsenault, but just out of his reach. Chard will try to play it, just gets in the offensive zone to Elliston. Elliston, nice little move between his legs as he gets it over, tries to get it back to Bowers, but that one off his stick. Picked up by the Stars as they'll bring it out. Catrice tries to get it across the blue line and will. Gets a bit of room to move the puck, crosses the red line, and will dump it down. Barry has to come out and play it. He'll try to throw that puck high off the board, stopped by Catrice just before the hash marks, kept in deep by the Stars. Played behind the net. Arsenault has to play it, gets it over to Bowers. Bowers dodged a big hit. Puck comes to the blue line. Catrice will keep it in. Gets to the half wall. Up to the boards. Played by the Stars. Still a little bit of confusion there as they'll come back into neutral ice. Thrown back in, and that one will go for an icing, as that one's just out of reach of about a foot or two short of the red line.
That's right. It wasn't there. It wasn't very far from the red line, but nonetheless, it was just behind the red line of onto the St. Thomas Stars side of the ice, rather, and cause for an icing. And here's the Stars trying to get the right personnel on, as they are not allowed to make a change. Face off here deep in the territory of the Stars, won by the Nationals clean. Here's Holmes with the puck at the point.
Holmes, long shot, goes right down. Loose puck out front as Power tries to get there in time, but kicked aside by Wilmore. Back to the blue line. Holmes throws it back down low. Picked up by Roberts. He'll throw it around the boards. Tries to get it out. Gets to the half wall. Kept inside by the Stars. Battle for the puck ensues. Gets just to the blue line. Still kept in by Power. Thrown back down in the corner now. Julian will try to get there first, but can't, as Alexander will pick it up for the Stars. Bouncing puck gets to the red line, kept in by Holmes. Stolen by the Stars again. Is another bit of confusion there. As a bit of miscommunication there by Roberts and Dobbin. Across the red line, Alexander. He'll throw it into the offensive zone. And the first one on top of that is Dobbin. Dobbin gets pinned against the board. Stolen by the Nationals. Picked up by Monroe. Monroe waits, gives it over to Holmes. Holmes, he'll just flip that puck down in neutral ice. Picked out of midair. Stars will try to break it out again. Loose puck out front. Burridge, he's got an opportunity. Burridge winds up, shoots, and scores! Another beautiful shot by Burridge as he puts the Nationals up 5-2.
Yeah, there's a good goal for Burridge this time, as he's able to walk right in and bury that over the shoulders of Wilmore. As we get a look at it, just hard work. Turnover in the neutral zone. Burridge gets a step as he waits out the sprawling defenseman of the Stars and just goes far side over the blocker, over the shoulder of Wilmore. And it's now 5-2 for the Nationals as they continue to pull away.
Laid down Ballantine. Collects the puck, throws it cross ice, and that one's going to go down the length of the ice. No icing as that gets waved off at the last second. Torrealba, he's back on the ice. We saw he went down the tunnel right at the end of the last period, but he looks to be okay. Played now by the Nationals. Beaupre tries to collect it and throw it back over, but stolen by Girth as he'll carry it across the blue line for the Stars. Throws it down low. Perry will try to collect it for the Stars, but he can't quite get there in time ahead of McGowan. Played over. Nationals will break it out. Torrealba tries to get it back to Pace Rob, but can't quite connect on the pass. Carried into the offensive zone by Perry. Matthew Perry throws it out front. That one can't quite connect on his target. Picked up by Pace Rob. He'll go by himself down the right wing side. He gets pinned to the board, still going down after it. Hicks will play it around to McNair. McNair waits, passes it out, gets into neutral ice. Stolen by the Nationals, stolen back by the Stars, and they'll be thrown down into the offensive zone for the Stars. Battle for the puck. Played behind the net, played by Weber. Picked up by the Nationals. Collects it again, brought back into neutral ice. That one just out of reach of Julian, but Vander Zalm will collect it. Tries a little back pass. Julian overskates it as back the other way come the Stars. Play being led here by Catrice. Catrice tries to cross-ice pass. Nice play, defensive work by Vander Zalm. Gets to the blue line, still kept into the offensive zone by the Stars. Gets back to the blue line. Hicks winds up, fakes the shot. Now will take it. That gets blocked on the way to its target. Played by Barnes behind the net. Puts it up to the half board. Kept inside by Watson. Weber tries to get to it, but can't quite get there in time. Nationals will pick it up. Arsenault back to the point, kept it by Hicks. Hicks takes a shot. That goes off a stick. Barnes will collect it. A little backhand pass flicked into the Stars zone. Julian tries to bat it out in midair, but can't quite connect on it. A nice hit down into the offensive zone by Duarte as the Nationals will regroup. Played by Arsenault. Arsenault waits. Now will throw into the offensive zone as the Nationals go off for a change, but it will go for icing as that was just a bit too far in the National side of the ice.
Yeah, it actually went out of play. So, yeah, it went out of play, so they're going to actually be fortunate enough, and the puck will come just outside the blue line, and so not as far back as what would be on an icing. So, face off just outside the blue line, controlled by the Stars.
Played now by Alexander. Alexander, bounce pass, gets blocked off a stick. A little bit of a miscommunication out front there by Monroe, and quickly has to make a move on the puck. Alexander will collect it. He has to battle for it. Stolen by the Nationals as they'll try to break out. Big hit being thrown there by Roberts as Monroe collects the puck behind his own net. Played by Chard now. Chard tries to break out. McRobbie keeps him down low. Picked up now by Monroe on the far side. Monroe gets it out. Nationals will break it out now. Lucas Chard leads the rush. Carries it across the blue line. Over to tries to get the pass again to Bowers, but that one just out of his reach. Stars come back the other way, being led by Amaral. Amaral winds up, tries to put it out front, but doesn't get enough on the pass. Nationals will break it out. Tries to throw it back in the offensive zone as Bellatine. Played to Barry. Barry comes out and plays it over to Monroe. Monroe gets it over to Holmes. Monroe's been out there a while now, it seems like, as his shift continues. Tries to get the pass to Chard, just out of his reach, but it will get tipped by the Nationals and stay onside. Another play by Chard to keep it down low. McRobbie will collect it for the Stars, brings it into the offensive zone. Julian forces the issue, tries to get the puck back to Chard, and that one will go for icing as we'll regroup back down in the Nationals territory.
As the play is kind of, I don't want to say slow down, but it's gotten kind of just back and forth. No real sustained pressure by any team here. As we have 14-11 remaining in the third period, and face off deep in the territory of the Nationals. And we wait for the proper lineup there. Puck drop, scrum draw controlled by the Nationals here. They'll look to exit the zone.
Bouncing puck just over the head of Ballantine and goes down the length of the ice and will regroup again as the Nationals try to get that change off quickly, but will be denied and have to do it all over again.
That's right, as they'll have their tired legs on the ice again for this face-off. So the Stars looking to take advantage of what would be a tired group of Nationals. They win the face-off.
Gets to the blue line, kept in by Girth. Girth takes a shot, just tipped wide of the net. Played by Chard. Chard will try to make a move to get it out. Stolen by Perry. Perry carries it across the half court, stolen again by Julian. Julian gets it out. Here comes Elliston. Elliston tries to beat out, but Bellatine gets there first. As you know, Elliston's on the end of a shift as he goes straight off the ice after that. Played back the other way. Here comes Power. Power's got Burge with him. Power waits and holds on, and that's a late offside call coming there as they were at the top of the circle when that comes in.
That's right. I think the linesman did make the right call, to be honest with you, but like you said, Kyle, it was a very late call as Power and Burridge were at the top of the circles, even lower there. So they were like, okay, why is the whistle going now? What happened? But nonetheless, it's offside, face-off outside of the blue line for the Stars.
Face-off quickly won by Power and picked up by McGowan. McGowan will just dump it down to the offensive zone, played by Hicks. Hicks behind his own net. He'll look for a breakout pass. Julian tries to give it a little bit of pressure. Hicks will pass it off to Perry. Perry carries it up in the circle, stolen by Julian. Some great work as Julian gets knocked down hard over to Burge. Burge tries to get it back to Power. Burge goes right on net and has to be saved there by Wilmore. Behind the net, Power gets the puck out round front, scores! What a play as the top line for the Nationals connects again.
Yeah, that was a beautiful tic-tac-toe goal for the Nationals as all three forwards on the ice get a touch of the puck, and it starts with a bit of a kick play from Power to Burridge with Julian right in front of the net as we get a look at it. The puck ends up behind the net. Nice little kick play there, right there. Kick play to Burridge, right in front to Julian. No defenseman in sight for the Stars. Julian left wide open, buries it. It's now 6-2 Nationals in the third period.
That's some great work there behind the net by Gerald, our cameraman back there. Always got to give him some love, getting us those great shots from the end of the ice. As the Nationals will try to collect the puck down their own zone. Played by the Nationals, bring it out. A little tumble play as Beaupre hits the ice. Stars will bring it back in the offensive zone. Thrown in there by Weber. Picked up just outside the offensive zone. Stolen again by the Nationals. A little bit of a fake pass there by Nichols. He'll carry it across into the offensive zone. Picked up by the Stars. Stolen by Beaupre. Gets to the half board. Webers will try to clear it out. Gets to the blue line, but kept in by Torrealba. Another play inside. Torrealba collects the puck. He waits, fires. That one just can't quite be held onto by Wilmore. Play behind the net again. Nationals, Stars will try to break it out. Gets it out, just out, and it will go into one of the benches there, I believe, and we'll have a face-off just outside of the Star zone.
Yeah, that's right. As the puck might actually be coming inside the Stars zone as the no, okay, they looked at it and they're saying it's coming outside the blue line as the ref went deep into the zone, so it looked like it might have been deep inside the zone, but nonetheless, puck's dropped and the Nationals have possession.
Picked up by Holmes. Holmes carries it across the red line, just tries to hammer it down to the offensive zone, but gets blocked. Holmes will get it at the blue line again and keeps it in. Nice little spin move by Holmes, throws it down low again. Picked up now by Vanderzom. Vanderzom gets it into Julian's. Here come the Stars the other way. Watson, he'll come down. He's got McNair with him. Watson out front, takes a shot. That one just goes out. Great save by Barry as Watson ends up in the net for the Stars.
Yeah, as we get a look here, a nice burst of speed for the Stars. Just, that could have been a tripping penalty. Nonetheless, it does not get called. Nice glove save by Barry as he had to make the save but also dodge the player coming right at him. So he gets out of the way. No worse for wear on that.
Holmes had to be hard on the defensive play there to try to regroup for the partial break for the Stars. As play will be regrouped behind the net for the Nationals. McGowan out to Julian. Julian carries it across the blue line. It now gets tripped up and picks the puck up again out front, tries to throw it out. No one there. Collected it again. Back to the blue line. McGowan. He'll take a shot on net. Kicked aside by Wilmore. Julian battles for the puck down low with Catrice. He'll come away with it. Julian, cross-ice pass over to Pace Raw. Pace Raw takes a shot at a sharp angle. Picked up now behind the net by Vanderzom. Puck gets stolen by the Stars. Ballantine will pick it up, gets it to the blue line, and just crosses the line And now we'll come back in the offensive zone, and Van der Zalm will tag up, and it will go for an icing. Or offside.
It's offside there as Van der Zalm trying to get out of the zone, but kind of made a play on the puck as well, so therefore the whistle goes. And we look at the line here for the Nationals. It's Chard with Bowers and Elliston, I believe, on the other wing. And scrum draw. Don't know really who has possession yet.
Battle for the puck ensues. Elliston will come away with it. Gets over to Chard. Chard tries to get to Bowers as he's going wide open on the left wing side. Stars will bring it back the other way. McRobbie carries it across the blue line. Takes a shot from distance. That one just goes wide. Gets to the half boards, cleared out of the defensive zone. Chard will bring it out. He's got Elliston with him. Gets it over to Elliston. Takes the chance out front, but can't quite connect on it. Out of the blue line, Barnes throws it down low, just out of the reach of Elliston. All right, away to Chard. Back to Elliston. Back to Chard again. Takes the shot, and Wilmore has to make the save.
Now Wilmore standing tall on that opportunity as there's 10:07 remaining left in this third period. We see the play from behind the net. Elliston gives it right to Chard in the slot. Chard, great opportunity with a shot there, but into the breadbasket nonetheless with, like I mentioned, 10:07 remaining. A 4-goal deficit for the Stars. They got to do something here and often. Chard a little injured here on the bench. He's wincing in some pain. We'll have to keep an eye on him. And if he can't go, that's down to 9 forwards for the Nationals.
And especially a key forward for the Nationals as Chard's either playing in on that top line on the wing or playing that second line center role as the Stars will try to break it out of their own zone. Nice play by Burridge as he steals the puck. Burridge holds on over to Julian. Julian makes a move, tries to get out front again. Played by Barnes. Barnes backhand chance as Wilmore makes the save. As Julian showing the nifty hands he's got as he gets in tight again, but can't bury it.
Yeah, Julian looking for his hat trick there as Burridge gives a nice saucer pass in tight and just loses the handle on it. And nonetheless, Wilmore makes that save. And not to mention for Chard, he kind of got cross-checked and then cross-checked again. So just a little bit into the soft part of the body. That doesn't feel good. So I'm sure he'll be fine for his next shift.
Wade gets to the blue line. Stars will get it out, but Burridge steals it right back as Jeff Burridge continues to be one of the hardest guys to knock off the puck in the entire league. Just using that big frame he has. Kept in by the Nationals. Played down, tries to get the play down low. Stolen by the Stars, and Girth will get it out. Just out of reach of Weber, who would have been on a 2-on-1, but just goes for an icing and back down into the Stars territory.
That's right. So now the opportunity for the Nationals to make a change and get some fresh troops on the ice, where the Stars have to play with their tired bodies after that icing. So we have now Nichols, Torrealba, and Beaupre up front for the Nationals.
Stars win the face-off, picked up by Girth. He'll get it over to McNair on the close side. He'll just throw it out, and that will go down the length of the ice, and that will go for icing once again.
Yeah, something the Stars, I don't think, really want to have in their game plan right now. Down 4 goals. They're just killing it here, killing the clock with 9 minutes and 2 seconds remaining. They're not really getting any sustained pressure. They're just kind of really turning the puck over with all these icings as the Nationals win that faceoff.
Holmes walks into that one. Big tee-up play by Deacon Holmes, but cracks the stick on it. And you can see some of his teammates chirping him on the way to the bench as he wanted that one badly.
Yeah, that's right. Deacon Holmes walking into that. His blade goes flying as these composite sticks, they work well if you get a lot on it, but sometimes they get a little fickle and snap just like that. But nonetheless, face-off now deep in the Stars territory.
Face-off won by the Stars. Will clear back into neutral territory, and Monroe will collect it for the Nationals. Monroe circles back at the bottom of his own circle. Eeks around one man, brings in the offensive zone, gets it right to the net, but can't quite get a shot on him now. Steals it, gets it past Girth, over to Torrealba. Torrealba leaves it for Beaupre. Beaupre carries it behind the net. He's got Nichols out front. Tries to throw it in to Nichols, but can't quite get it past Girth. Back out front behind the net. Again, and that Stars will try to break it out. Gets to the blue line, kept in by Holmes. Holmes fights off one man. Gets to Ballantine now. Ballantine will take an easy chance and then break it out for the Stars. Stolen by Monroe. as he'll bring it back the other way. Over to Nichols. Nichols crossed the blue line. Back to Monroe, but just over his stick. Picked up by the Stars. Joseph. He'll carry it out and now throw down the length of the ice. No icing on the play. Nichols will have to play it quickly for the Stars as he's got Watson on top of him. Stolen by the Stars, thrown back down low by McNair. Nationals try to break it out. We'll get into the neutral zone. Hicks will collect it for the Stars. Cross ice pass over to Catrice, and that'll be tipped into the offensive zone. McGowan, he'll collect the puck for the Nationals. Gets by two defenders. He'll break out. He's got some help with him. McGowan waits. Cycles back. Gets it down low to Pace Roth, but Pace Roth doesn't like his shot. Little dump played back into the corner. Vanderzon will be there. A little bit of help from Elliston. Elliston gets a stick under the arm, but no call on the play as he'll continue to battle for the puck. Gets it over McGowan. McGowan will try to walk in. Back by it over to Vanderzon. Back to McGowan again. McGowan will just flip the puck behind the net. Over to Elliston now. Elliston waits up on the half ball. Trying to find something out front. Nobody there. No openings right now. Some tight defensive play by the Stars. Another shot out front. Takes and goes in as Elliston takes the shot and it finds the back of the net. 7-2 is your score in favor of the Nationals off another weird goal again as these two teams, that just seems to be their calling card.
That's right. As Elliston takes a shot, can't really tell who that goes off of, if it'll be Elliston's goal or not, as it definitely changed directions on the way to the net. So nonetheless, it is now a 7-2 score in favor of the Nationals on what was their 41st shot of the game. So they've broken that 40-shot barrier once again here at the Western Fair Sports Center.
McRobbie takes a quick shot after the face-off, and that one kicks aside. We're going to have to wait to find out exactly who scores that. It looks like it could be Elliston. It also could have been Vanderzon or Carter Duarte as the Nationals will come down the other way. Bauer right out front to Chard. Chard tries to get it out to a teammate. Gets the blue line to Arsenault and just between his legs. Barry will collect it for the Nationals. Long pass. Oh, stolen by McRobbie. Barry has a scramble back to his own net, but stolen by Arsenault. Arsenault will collect it. Long pass cross ice. Here comes Bowers. He's got Julian out front, takes the shot. Julian taken down hard and held on to by Wilmore.
Yeah, that's right, as we see a little bit of congregation behind the net, and we'll get another look at the goal here from the camera behind the net. It might look like Duarte gets a piece of it just the way he turns, but nonetheless, we still not a great look, so it might be Duarte's first of the campaign, but nonetheless, it's the 7th goal for the Nationals as they now lead by 5.
It goes through a lot of bodies on the way to the net. Another chance out front, almost ends up on the stick of Julian, who's still hunting for that hat trick. And they are going to give it to Michael Ellison for now, but it did get tipped on the way to the net, so we'll have to see what the final decision is. Bowers, he'll try to collect the puck, but can't quite get it. Right behind the net to Girth. Girth will collect it for the Stars, and he'll just throw it up. That one just goes out of play, and we'll regroup inside the Stars zone. 5:44 remaining here in the third period. 7-2 is your score in favor of the Nationals.
That's right, as they now have 42 shots on net to the Stars 25. So they're kind of having a large margin in both the score and shots here in this game. And this is kind of what we kind of expected last week here at the Western Fair Sports Center. But I think now with Bonk out of the lineup for the Stars, it's kind of something that has hindered them a little bit as the Nationals tried again with a shot.
Power tries to get that, but nice block by McRobbie as the Stars will break out the other way. Gets it inside as the Stars try to play again. McRobbie takes a shot, kicked aside by Barry. Burridge throws it back into the corner. Back up front, McRobbie makes a move, tries to get it on net as he goes down hard on the ice. Back to the blue line, kept in by the Stars. Catrice tries to make a play, gets it out front again, played by the Stars, gets it down low, nice play, gets that shot just over the net. And Barry doesn't get a piece of it, but it stays out after the Roberts chance. Burridge, he'll just clear it out into neutral ice as the Stars will regroup again. Roberts, over to Hicks. Hicks, lead pass, gets into the offensive zone, out of the reach of McRobbie. Back out the other way, stolen again by Catrice. He'll carry it across the blue line. Gets it over to Roberts, back to Catrice again. Take a shot, kicked aside by Barry. Played by Holmes behind the net. Nationals will collect again. Breaking it out the puck. Over the blue line, here comes Burridge. Burridge, 4 Nationals wide, takes the shot. Kicked aside by Wilmore. Down low to Power. Power cycles it around, puts it over to Burridge. Battle for the puck ensues, over to Tori Alba. Tori Alba tries to get it back to Burridge. He has a fight off Perry. He falls down the play, gets it to Power behind the net. Back to the blue line to McGowan. McGowan, he'll wait. He's got a bit of space, just leaves the puck as Dobbin will just come up and take it from him. As he has to battle for the puck down in the offensive zone and defensive zone now. Perry in there to help Dobbin. He'll come away with the puck. Matthew Perry gets the puck just to the blue line, kept in, long shot by Hicks, and Barry has to make the glove save and holds on.
That's right, Kyle, as you see McGowan at the blue line, the linesman there said the puck came out, so it was a delayed offside, is what the linesman was saying there. So that's why McGowan had to leave the puck and kind of just let the Stars player take it because he couldn't touch it or else it would be called on the offside. So now the face-off is deep inside the Nationals territory.
A close play, hard to tell from the angle. As Beaupre will try to get it out, gets to the blue line. A strong shot by Alexander, gets kicked aside by Barry again. Pace Roth gets to the blue line, kept inside by the Stars again. Another save by Barry as he'll hold on. As he's seen 31 shots on the night now.
Yeah, that's the 31st shot for the Stars. And a lot of them, barring the goals, have been from the outside. Shots just like that he's been able to easily glove and hold on to. So it's been a relatively easy night, despite having 31 shots against him.
Last shot coming off the stick of McAlpine. And the scrum will ensue for the puck. Stars will come away with another quick shot. That gets blocked on the way to its net. Duarte will try to clear it out. Almost gets to Beaupre, but be cleared, thrown back into the national zone by the Stars. McGowan fights off a hit, gets knocked down to the ice, and will collect the puck again. McGowan gets a bit of space to move. Tries to get the puck to Beaupre, but Beaupre didn't have quite the speed to keep up with the pass, and that will go for an icing and back down into national territory.
Yeah, back down into the Nationals territory. It goes for the face-off. We have 3:13 remaining here in the third period. It's a 7-2 score in favor of the Nationals, and at this rate, it looks like they'll run their home record to 9-0 as they've been dominant here on home ice at the Western Fair Sports Center.
74 shots so far in the game, Kyle. It's been a lot of pucks getting thrown at both goaltenders so far tonight. Girth, he'll collect the puck. Passes it over to Ballantine. Puck will be bounced out into neutral ice as the Stars will carry it across the blue line. Amaral leading the rush for the Stars. Quickly stolen off his stick. Tries to get over to Pace Roth, but bounces over his blade. Played by Beaupre. Back to Pace Roth again. Over to McGowan. McGowan gets pushed off the puck. He's picked up by Nichols, and Nichols tries to get to the blue line. Gets to the blue line, but not out. Nationals will finally find it clear out as Beaupre will collect the puck, gets it across the red line. Puck gets a little too far ahead of him as he can't make anything happen. Brought back the other way by Roberts. Roberts tries to make a move down low. McGowan just stands him up. Puck goes into the corner. Pace Roth tries to battle for it. Ballantine gets it to the blue line. Over to Girth. Girth takes a shot. Power play coming here to the Stars. Battle for the puck ensues. Nationals finally will touch up. And someone will head to the box here for 2 minutes or less as the Stars get their 5th power play of the night.
That's right, as now we see some extracurriculars, but only still the one call as it's going to be a holding penalty at the side of the net. McGowan just kind of manhandled Roberts there at the side of the net without the puck, so therefore that's going to be 2 minutes. Another guy. Oh, a butt ending. A butt ending penalty. That's nothing you want to see there. So I believe with the butt end, I don't know if that's going to be 2 or 4. So it could be. Here we see on the replay.
As you see there.
Yeah, his butt end does. That's just an undisciplined play by Pace Roth. You're up 7-2. There's no need for that, as that's a very dangerous play. It's almost like a spear in a way, just something you don't need to do in this game. It'll be a 4-minute butt-ending penalty, so 5-on-3 for 2 minutes, and then so the Stars will be on the power play for the rest of the game here. and the Nationals up 7-2, just going to try and kill these penalties off with 2:16 remaining.
How often do you see a team's top defensive pair both in the box at the same time?
Not very often.
Now Stars will break into the offensive zone. Let's see if they can set up here. Played by Roberts. Roberts throws it over to Girth. Girth will play it down low. Cross ice, back to Stars trying to break up. Girth again. Back to the point. Takes the shot. Kicked aside by Barry. Arsenault tries to play it out. Held on to by the Stars. Tries to play it cross ice. Emerald's open on the right wing side. Played down low again. Alpin. Played by McRobbie. Can't quite get it. Roberts will collect it. Now back to the point. Over to Girth again. Girth, another quick shot by Emerald. Kicked aside again. Loose puck. Tries to get back to the point. Girth, he'll walk in. Over to Emerald again. He takes a shot, just whiffs on it. And that one goes back into the corner. Back to the point again. Another shot by McRobbie. Will finally be cleared down the length of the ice by the Nationals. Minute 20 left here in the game. Girth will bring it back the other way. He's got some speed. Carries it across the blue line. Vanderzalm out there with Arsenault and Holmes. Into the corner. Comes up to the top of the circle. Long pass over to McRobbie. McRobbie can't quite get it. Tries to take a shot. Goes off a sharp angle. Gets through the blue line. Still kept in the offensive zone. Ballantine over to Girth. Girth winds up. Takes the slap shot. Big block by Holmes. As the Nationals try to clear it out again. Ballantine gets the pass. Takes the shot. That one kicked aside again by Barry. Back to the blue line again. Played by Perry. Perry can't get the shot off. Over to Girth. Girth looks. Can't quite get it. Back to the point again. Back to Girth again. He'll walk in. Takes a shot. Another block by the Nationals. Roberts back to the blue line. Pass out front. One-timer shot. Kicked aside again by Barry. And that'll be thrown down the length of the ice again by Arsenault. As the Nationals penalty killers doing some hard work here. Getting some hard miles with a couple big blocks from Deacon Holmes. McGowan finally rejoins the play. Stars will come out. Across the blue line. Gets right into the slot. Another blocker saved by Barry. Kicked aside again. 5 seconds left in the game. Puck will go down, and that will do it as the Nationals will continue their dominance at home, picking up the 7-2 victory. And just like that, some great work in a tight first period of action, but the Nationals offense a bit too much for the Stars to handle here, as the Nationals win 7-2. We'll be back with the Paul Duarte and Associates postgame show after this. Welcome to the Paul Duarte and Associates Nationals post-game show. Nationals win 7-2 here at the Western Fair Sports Center as they continue their dominance on home ice. 9-0 now on the season, and We saw it looked like it was going to be a close game after 20 minutes, Kyle. It very much did not turn into that in the next 40.
Yeah, that's right. The Nationals showed why they're one of the elite teams in the Western Conference of the GOJHL. They just showed determination and grit, as well as just hard work to scratch and claw away some goals and come away with this 7-2 victory. So, you know, it's something that the Nationals have proven all year as to why they are atop of the standings.
Weird goals continue to be the stories here. Had some beauties, had some weird ones all throughout this game as Nationals come up big.
That's right. Here's the first period goals. It's the first one. That was just a nice shot by Roberts of the Stars to open the scoring. But then the Nationals come right back with Chard. That was a beautiful shot too, right over the glove top shelf. And he says, "Let's go, boys." That was all for the first period. And in the second period, the Nationals come away. There's a pass from Burridge. Burridge off the skate of the defenseman and into the back of the net. So there's one of his 2 goals on the night. And then a turnover in the offensive zone has 4-on-2 written all over it for the Stars. Ends in a goal as Cuban scores that goal there. And then it's the Nationals making their way back as Julian shot just off the arm of Wilmore and into the net. So there's his first of 2. And then here come the Nationals again. This is where the onslaught started. That was just a beautiful play. Nichols, the recipient of a nice pass from Bowers, and Nichols buries that. And heading into the final period, the Nationals continued their onslaught of goals here as they were able to turn that puck over. Burridge comes in with a nice, beautiful shot, beating far side over the stick hand of Wilmore. And then a nice kick play from Power to Burridge to Julian for his second of the night. And then here's another one that shot from Elliston in the top of the slot. That took a bounce off a couple of bodies in front and into the net. So we get a recap of the scoring summary in the first period. Roberts opening the scoring from McAlpine at 12:29. Then at 15:57, Chard, his 6th of the year, unassisted. In the second period, Burridge, his 11th from Julian at 1:03. Cuban on the power play, his 9th of the year. Alexander and Weber picking up the assists. Julian getting his first of the game at 16:34, his 8th of the year from Power and Burridge. Nichols, his 6th of the year on the power play from Bowers. That's the second period scoring summary. And in the third, Burridge, his 2nd of the night, his 12th of the season from Monroe. And Julian, his 2nd, his 9th of the season from Burridge and Power. And then Elliston adds the last goal at 13:10 from McGowan and Vanderzolm. And that is what the scoring entailed for the 7-2 score.
Absolutely, a lot of pucks going in there. One thing I can say as well for the Stars as well is the goal for the Burge got on the second goal of the game. Just going that bouncing play, goes off the skate, the weird one there. It went off of Huden's skate, and then he's the one that comes right back and ties it up at 2. So a little bit of a redemption story for him, at least throughout the game, as he looked pretty solid tonight. Otherwise, the Stars not too great of an overall performance after those first 20 minutes. Nationals, a lot of big performances from a lot of players tonight.
And that's right. We get now look at the 3 stars of the game. It's all Nationals here as Jacob Julian with 2 goals. He gets the first star honors. Jeff Burridge, again, 2 goals. He gets the second star honors. And then Ryland Bowers, the newcomer, he has 1 assist, but he got the 3rd star honors just based on his play. He had a multitude of shots. I think it was close to 7 or 8 shots on net, and some good quality scoring opportunities that were kicked away by Wilmore. So he gets 3rd star honors in his first game here. And we look at Julian, his 2 goals, as he was the first star. He comes in, waits. That's kind of a fluky goal there, but he'll take it nonetheless. And then this one was a beauty tic-tac-toe from behind the net. He's all alone in the slot, able to bury it. And those were some pretty nice goals for Julian, as the top line again for the Nationals clicks, as they were playing kind of short-manned up front with forwards only having 10.
Yeah, the Nationals, as you said, exactly. Short man throughout the roster. Didn't really seem to make much of a difference. It actually probably made a positive difference, at least for the short term, because you're getting your big guns out there every other shift. It's tough to deal with. You have the two top top scorers in the entire GOJHL coming at you every time you look or you turn your head. Julian now as well is now over a point per game as well in the season. He's got 20 points now in 19 games. He's looked great. Lucas Chard, another guy who's point per game. The Nationals continue to have these great performances from all other guys in the lineup, not just Power and Burge. They have been everything the Nationals have needed so far.
Yeah, that's right. Like I've mentioned the last couple of broadcasts, Chard has been just absolutely outstanding all over the ice. Offensively and defensively, he's been playing a good two-way game and been able to jump into the offensive zone and put the puck in the back of the net, something that we've mentioned in previous broadcasts that the Nationals need to do is get that depth scoring, and they've been getting that from a lot of different guys. So it's been good to see the Nationals able to do what they need to do in order to keep their lead atop of the Western Conference standings.
Nationals took a lot of shots in this game, but also gave up a lot of shots as well, giving up well over 30 in this contest as well. And it probably could have been a bit closer if it wasn't for Aiden Barry, who played a fantastic game for the Nationals tonight.
Yeah, Aiden Barry, what can we say about him? He's been spectacular every game. He's been in between the pipes for the Nationals, has a couple of 10-bell saves here early and often as the Stars, once they kind of found their footing, were able to throw a lot of pucks on net. And Barry making those key saves at the most opportune times. And again, being able to stay sound in his net, positionally sound, making sure the puck either hits him and stays with him or goes into the corner or into the netting, anything to keep it away from that home plate zone, that danger zone in the slot, and kind of below the circles there is where you don't want the puck, because that's where the most dangerous scoring opportunities could take place throughout a game.
Yeah, the first few periods you saw, the Stars were getting a few opportunities in those tight areas, but after that, the Nationals defense really just shut down, and the Stars got nothing. Anytime they got the puck in the offensive zone, it's these shots from the blue line, shots from outside. They really couldn't generate anything in the slot area.
That's right. It was something I think the Nationals kind of tightened up on after the first period. They were able to get better defensively, which I think led them to play the way they did offensively. Good play in the defensive zone, shutting down chances at one end is going to more than likely create chances in the offensive zone, which we saw clearly as they put 7 past Wilmore tonight on I think 42 or 43 shots tonight, which also was the key to the game for the Nationals, as we've seen them all year. The more shots they get, the more likely they are to win a hockey game.
One other thing that would be a bit concerning I noticed as well, Nationals getting into a lot of penalty trouble in this game, taking 7 penalties throughout this contest. Not something you want to do. Stars do manage to hot just the one power play goal in this game, but with a power play that is as deadly as the Stars have, that could have been a lot more.
That's exactly right. That was undisciplined penalties at times. We saw late in the game there with the I believe it was the slash and then the butt end there, especially the butt end. That's something that I'll touch on again is just a very undisciplined penalty from Pace Roth, as there was no, he didn't touch the goalie, he didn't do anything really. He was just kind of standing there, and you give him a butt end to the stomach. It's 9 times out of 10 not going to go unnoticed by the ref, especially standing right there, already calling a penalty. And he saw it and called it a double minor there. So I think Colin Martin will definitely talk to his team about that heading into their next game, is to try and stay out of the penalty box and try and play that more 5-on-5 hockey and not have their special teams potentially dictate a hockey game. Luckily, it did not come back to hurt them in this game tonight.
Could also cue that up to the fact that you're playing the same team in back-to-back weeks on your home ice, and this is a team that proved to get under your skin a little bit. Key point would be Hicks. I thought he does a great job as antagonizing the Nationals throughout this entire mini series they had, as he was a big asset for the Stars throughout these 2 games. That can always be the issue. We might see what happens differently next week when the Rockets come into town. I can probably expect we're going to see a lot less penalties, a lot more disciplined play, because there's not as much that that tight game between these two teams. As either way, the Nationals will be the contest next week as they take on the Strathroy Rockets here at the Western Fair Sports Center. Nationals win 7-2, and as always, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time.